coming up here tonight as well, with those two other men's fourth-round matches going on, and we'll have updates for you from around the grounds. Carlos Alcaraz already into the quarterfinals in this half of the draw, and Carlos looked very good in a win over Tommy Paul. That has been always a very entertaining matchup. Those two incredible athletic players. This one is a little bit different, right? You really didn't know what you were getting from Alexander Bublik for the last couple of years until just really something clicked for him last year. Just really went to Las Vegas, turned his whole fortunes around, and is now a top 10 player. And it's great to see, because his diversity of what he does on a tennis court makes things very entertaining for even a more casual tennis fan.
Yeah, they call him
the
ringmaster for good reason. Courtney Walsh was talking earlier today about the fact that, yes, he did turn things around last year, and he points to a match which was, of course, the French, Roland Garros, and guess who was playing?
Right.
Yeah, Minaur.
Yes.
2 sets to love up Minaur in that, and loses in 5. And that was the start of, and I think he'd already beaten an Australian, maybe was it Jordan Thompson, perhaps someone like that, in the first round. So the Aussies were his bunnies.
Yes.
And got him back on track, and he's found his way into top 10.
Yeah, it's actually a fascinating story, because, like I said, I mentioned Las Vegas. That happened in March of last year, right? And
so he let loose?
He let loose and just kind of had one of those, we call it in the States, we say come to Jesus moments, where you're just like, is this what I'm going to be?
We know a come to Jesus moment here.
So it's, 80 in the world, was struggling to be able to even get into Grand Slams. Had a run in Phoenix at a challenger. I called a run to a title in Turin at a challenger. Wow. Then comes in and goes nuts at Roland Garros, and then all of a sudden, okay, he's having his little upstart. But it's finally seeing consistency, right?
Yeah.
And that's the thing, is it takes a little bit of maturity. He's got a kid. He's got, everything is settled at home, settled on the tennis court, and now it's about, okay, how far can he go right now?
Yep.
On the other side, obviously, I think that's one of the big questions about Demon as well. I was going through the prep today as we were kind of getting ready for this match. It's really kind of shocking how poor he's been against the top 10 over the last several years. 2-12 against top 10 at the Grand Slams. That has been where he has been stunted. He's got an opportunity here tonight against a guy who's ranked at number 10. And this is a big one. You know how much this tournament means to Alex de Minaur.
Means the world to him. And, he is 6th in the world. And it has been a really interesting conversation around de Minaur in the last, I think, well, during this tournament for sure, but about where he sits. Like, are Australians comfortable? Are they confident when he steps out onto court that, that he's going to win a match deep in a major? I mean, yes, you have to. He's number 6 for a reason, right? He's winning matches. But he has come up short, you're quite right, in those, on those big occasions. Having said that, I just feel that the last 12 months for him, there has been a bit of a change. He's upped the ante in terms of that serve. He's got a little bit more on it. And the match against Tiafoe the other night, I mean, the way that he was hitting the ball and covering the court, we all know he covers the court, probably. Is there anyone better do you think, on tour at the moment in terms of speed?
Probably not.
Probably not. We all say that he doesn't have the big weapon. That's probably it. But I tell you what, that takes out of you, doesn't it? Because what you want is a big weapon where you can get not a free point, but it just takes the pressure off your play. Whereas he is running around trying to, get on the offensive and really attack and take control in long points. That takes it out of you.
You mentioned, obviously, that these two did play at Roland Garros. They also played later in the year in Paris on the indoor hard court. And what I really am struck with is early in the career, Demon's ability to keep tracking down balls against Bublik caused Bublik frustration. That has not been the case over the last year. That is kind of the matchup that we're going to be watching. Right now, these two players are walking down the hall as they are getting ready to be introduced onto Rod Laver Arena. It's going to be Demon first, interestingly. I thought he was going to be introduced second.
Well, that's true, but he may stop for... I don't know how this works now, because they've got different entrances, haven't they? So he may stop first, but come on second.
That's true. Yeah, so Bublik is right behind Demon as they walk through the Hall of Champions.
So, Mike, how do you see this playing out this evening?
I never predict. And I'll tell you why. I never.
Do you not?
No, because I want to be open to every single possibility that's in front of me.
Okay, love it.
If I have something in my head, or Demon's going to win because again, and then it just completely changes, I want to be adaptable too.
All right, okay.
And so any possibility is there, and that is especially true when Alexander Bublik is playing.
And to be honest, it doesn't matter what we think.
Correct.
It only matters what they can do.
Indeed. They have gone to their separate entrances right now. Demon has walked down the stairs. Bublik has a little bit more hallway to get through, which I believe means he's going to be coming from our stage right.
That's
with
right.
Demon stage left. Really good documentary that just got released about Alexander Bublik in the overnight hours, a 40-minute documentary that the ACP produced.
Saw parts of it.
Yes.
Please welcome to Rod Laver Arena from Kazakhstan, Alexander Bublik, and his opponent from Australia, Minaur.
The two combatants have made their way onto the big stage. It's Minaur and Alexander Bublik. Those other scores that we're keeping an eye on around the grounds, as we mentioned, Leonard Tien remaining up a break in his matchup with Margaret Court Arena with Daniil Medvedev. Alexander Zverev on serve in the third set with Francisco Cerundolo as well. Doubles going on around the grounds as well. Waiting for our coin toss here on Rod Laver Arena. Do you make predictions? Do you have?
Only because I'm always asked.
Who's always asking you?
Oh, well, the person sitting next to me. But now I'm thinking, well, I don't know why I just didn't bat that straight back like you did to me just then.
But I wasn't batting it back. That's my honest answer.
No, and I'm not saying it. No, do not get me wrong. I love the honest answer, and it's just like, why am I feeling forced to actually
You don't have
predict?
to. You never have to.
No.
You have free will in this lifetime.
Having said that, I think I think Bublik will get through in 4.
No, 4? Wow. Okay. Time for our coin toss out there on Rod Laver Arena.
Just a few reminders, guys. Serve clock on each corner, 25 seconds from the moment announce the score. Live electronic line coding in use, as well as video review. For your towels, you want to take the blue box? You take the white box, please, okay? Do you have any questions? No? Sebastian, no, you want to ask Alexander, it's Mark Edmondson or AO? Mark is called. Mark is called. Well done. Wow, good throw. You choose. Receive. You stay. And picture, please, facing this way.
All right, so some photos here with young member Sebastian of the Hot Shots Tennis. Sebastian, a massive smile, and he's waving to the crowd.
Oh, he's loving it.
With a bucket hat as well. And he has sprinted off the court. That is going to be a memory that lasts a lifetime. Mike Cation, Kate Kearns joining you. This is a 3-2 head-to-head record in favor of Demon. One of those, however, was a 2-love retirement win, so I'm going to say 2-2. They each have a win on clay. They each have a win on hard. The hard court win was last year for Bublik, the indoor event in Paris at the end of the year. That was 7-5 in the third. As we mentioned, Alex de Minaur, that's been the stumbling block against the top 10 players in the world. 2-12 win-loss against top 10 players at the Grand Slams. Lifetime 20-61. And obviously some of those matchups did come early as he was looking to build the strength. And you kind of touched on it, Kate. I mean, there is something a little bit different about Demon right now. He's definitely gained a little bit of muscle. He looks a little bit fitter, which is kind of crazy thinking about how fit he's already been. But there is something just a little bit different about him here, and he seems to be handling the weight of pressure pretty well. In fact, he said it's not a pressure, it's a privilege.
Well, that's Billie Jean said that many years ago, didn't she? And, you know, I always think that pressure is horrible.
Fair.
I like the take on that. Pressure is a privilege, but for some people it can be debilitating.
That's true. You know, having come from the States, I can point to so many American players who have wilted under the bright lights in New York City when all that weight of expectation is there.
Yes, I mean, and he's saying he's not feeling the pressure. He has to be feeling some pressure. I mean, you walk out onto court and just the crowd, you know, erupt. So you know they're all expecting you to, you know, to to perform out there and hope that he gets through. But
may I disagree with you slightly?
oh, really? Yeah, no, you can disagree
I don't think
with me
this
any
fandom is expecting him to win. They are hoping he wins. I think people have a realistic expectation of where he fits in the world.
I think it depends on who's at the other end, and they may not know too much about the young man, Bublik, so they probably are looking at a ranking and going, he should win tonight.
6 versus 10?
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, it's in many ways a toss-up, right?
I'm not looking at that.
We've been talking to other coaches, last several weeks as we get ready for the first major of the year, and so many of them said, frankly, there are 2 names in that draw you don't want to be next to. Everything else, even for those lower-ranked players, is winnable and losable. And that's the beauty of the sport, right? I mean, really, it's those 2 at the top and then kind of everyone else. And yeah,
I find it interesting how quickly we got to that situation.
Yeah, very quick.
Yeah, where we were talking about, the big 3 previously, and then there was a little bit of time in between before, of course, Alcaraz and Sinner came on the scene and really took over the mantle over the past 2 years. But
1 minute.
yeah, it gets tough when you have 2 that are dominating like that to crack it in a major. And unfortunately for Alex, he seems to come up against Sinner.
Yep. Yeah.
Although not, if he'd have to make it through to the final, I believe, for that to be the case this year.
That's correct.
Of course, quarterfinals. Guess who's sitting there waiting for him at the moment? If he was to get through, it's Alcaraz.
And he has an 0-5 record against Carlos
that's
Alcaraz.
Right. And I don't think he's played him.
He has not.
So I find that's.
It would be a fascinating matchup,
absolutely.
right? The 2 best drop shotters on tour, there's no question about that. And yeah, just the diversity of style between those 2 would be fascinating to watch, much as Medvedev Tien are fascinating to watch because their diversity of style.
It's something about, some players just bring out the best in one another.
Correct.
With Bublik too, they are saying that he, out of all of perhaps the top 10, top 20, could be the disruptor of the
100%.
Of the top 2.
I think that's one of them. I keep going back to Ben Shelton as well. There is some marked improvement in his capabilities on the return side.
Yes.
We all know what he can do on the serve. Actually, interesting conversation I was having with a couple of other commentators. Who would be, outside of the top 2, who would be best for tennis if they won? And I think it's Shelton. But that's for another day. He'll be in action tomorrow. What you're here for is Alexander Bublik and Alex de Minaur. Kate Kearns, we're getting ready. Bublik is already out and onto his return position. Alex de Minaur is getting a couple more towels out there. He's going to run one to the far side off to our left. He's actually on the near side, I should say, but taking a towel over to the left side to Matt Reed over there, Leighton Hewitt, Adolfo Gutierrez as well, of the coaching team. And Alex is in his, what is now traditional for this first week, white top, maroon shorts, and maroon cap. White socks, white shoes, all sponsored by Wilson, a new sponsor for him here in 2026. We're ready for play. It's going to be de Minaur from the near side. Serve T is an ace. 15 love.
Yes, and obviously serve so important for de Minaur. Against Bublik, he won't want to show him too many second serves, so what a great start with the big ace down the tee, 199 kilometres an hour.
Demon with wins over McDonald, Medjedovic, and then Francis Tiafoe. Only lost 1 set so far to Medjedovic. Serve into the net, trying to go out wide. Second serve for the Demon. 7 hours and 35 minutes on court so far for him. Second serve, good. Bublik backhand up the line to a running forehand Demon. Bublik rolls a forehand good into the ad corner. Now he's going to step into another inside-out forehand. Dug out by de Minaur up the line, but misses just wide. It's 15 all. Yeah,
and de Minaur's going to want to keep as many balls off that forehand, Bublik. It is a weapon. Looking forward to watching that tonight.
De Minaur, 26 years of age, number 6 in the world, 10 titles to his credit. 21-8 lifetime here at the Australian Open, looking for quarterfinals for the second time in his career. Serve T, de Minaur gets a backhand, goes cross to a Bublik backhand that's into the net. Good shot into the body, causing Bublik to miss that one low. It's 30-15.
Yeah, he's a tall man, Bublik, and just struggling to get out of the way, to get his feet in the right position to take that backhand. Because he hasn't dropped a set, Bublik, so far in this Aussie Open.
Yeah, pretty good wins,
Been
too.
clean, yeah.
Brooksby, Fucsovic, and
Echeverry.
Echeverry. 30-15 here in the opening game. First set, serve into the net, trying to go T. Second serve for de Minaur. Waits for Volke to clear that ball, now ready to go. Second serve, good. Bublik misses a runaround forehand on that second serve return for 40-15.
Yeah, really looking to step in then. Bublik wasn't on the second serve and just didn't quite time the ball.
Always part of the component who's able to control things a little bit more on that second serve. Game points here for de Minaur. Toss goes up, serve out wide, chip return lands long, and a very quick hold. 2:40-15. That's one of the things with Bublik as well. It's going to be quick. It's going to be to the point. I did all 5 of his matches at the Turin Challenger right before the French Open last year, and it was all about an hour and 20, hour 40, and that was on clay, and he had 1 3-setter, I believe, if I remember correctly, and the guy just moves.
Yep.
I mean, he does not waste time.
I like that.
Makes things easy for us as well.
Yeah, absolutely. No downtime. He walks towards us here at the back of the court. And of course, if you're listening to us, we'd love to know where you're listening from. You can contact us here via the Ask the Booth form on ozopen.com or email us at aoradio@tennis.com.au. I am on the computer and ready to take your messages.
Not literally on the computer,
Well,
though.
nearly.
I mean, if you wanted to sit on it, extra height maybe?
I do need that.
Yeah, Bublik is in front of us right now. He's got a red top with some white piping, white shorts, white socks, white shoes. He also has, what is traditional for him, a sleeve on his left calf. That is black, so a little bit of a smorgasbord of colors. He serves here, near side, love 1, serve T. De Minaur back into a Bublik forehand up the line. De Minaur backhand cross lands good, slice back from Bublik. De Minaur in with a volley. Bublik running forehand is into the net. It's love 15.
Oh, I like that from de Minaur coming in and taking that ball early at the net, cutting off any angle.
The right arm of Alexander Bublik is completely covered in tattoos.
He has a sleeve.
I don't think that's a sleeve.
Isn't it the tattoo?
No, I mean because
Does
it's a
it need
lot
to
of
be more?
it's a lot of individual tattoos as opposed to one.
One, okay, right, and that has to be.
Yes, it has to be one to
okay.
be considered a sleeve. Gets a big swinging volley into the deuce corner after serve out wide for 15 all. But I'm not going to be mad about it. I think it has to be a whole. There are different ones in there.
Yeah.
It might be considered a sleeve. There's a lot of connectivity between them.
I wonder, does it tell a story?
That's a great question. We should ask him.
We should.
Do you want to just pop up in the window for a little bit? Just see?
I'll get him on the way out.
Yeah, no problem. 15 all serve into the net, trying to go T. That actually happened in qualifying week.
What?
A player was being asked questions by a random fan. I'll tell you in a minute. Serve good. De Minaur back into a Bublik backhand cross roll. De Minaur backhand is into the net. It was Martin Dahm. It's a qualifier. He did qualify. And there was a woman who, bless her, she just didn't realize there was a match going on because Carlos Alcaraz was practicing next.
Oh.
Martin's opponent had gone to a bathroom break, so he was talking to his coach. And the woman just says, What's happening right now? And Martin says, well, he's at a bathroom break. And then she says, why do you have a sleeve on your arm? Because he's wearing one of those sleeves to, elbow compression sleeves. Why do you have a elbow sleeve on? And his coach popped in and said, ma'am.
We're in the middle of a match.
Yeah,
need to focus right now.
And speaking of focus, de Minaur just comes up with the goods right there. Return winner off the backhand wing for 30 all here. Love 1 in this opener. And again, Bublik is at the line with 20 seconds left on the serve clock. That's standard. Serve here at 30 all, T wide. Pretty good crowd inside Rod Laver Arena. Just a little bit of glimpses of sun now. Second serve, good. De Minaur misses a return. No, it caught the line. Now he gets a backhand, goes middle. De Minaur run around forehand to a forehand that misses from him as well. Bublik able to do well with the forehand pulled up the line and a game point for him.
Well, we haven't spoken about conditions here tonight. It has been quite a lovely day in Melbourne. Didn't get too warm, around 25, 26 degrees. It's cooled off again this evening.
Yeah.
A little bit of wind, so we'll see if that has any impact. But I think in terms of temperature-wise, this is perfect.
Serve up the tee, chip return. Bublik in behind the backhand. De Minaur backhand up the line for a clean pass. And we're at deuce.
Yeah, the just didn't have enough on it, did Bublik? Coming off that ball, and de Minaur just standing ready to take that down the line.
Kind of forced into that with a little bit of a mid-court return.
It was short, wasn't it? And he was caught in no man's land.
Yeah, serving with 15 on the serve clock. Serve out wide, misses wide. Always so important for him to find some joy on those first serves. Not doing it as of yet. 3 of 7. Serve good. De Minaur back into a Bublik backhand cross. De Minaur digs out a backhand. Bublik backhand cross. Demon slices that into the net. Game point here for Bublik.
We haven't seen any drop shots just yet from Bublik.
It's early.
Yeah. He'll introduce them at some stage, maybe at about the 4th game.
Well, it's always really interesting as well when you're playing against one of the fastest in the world, right? That brings an interesting dynamic because de Minaur doesn't spend too much time way back behind that baseline. Serve out wide is wide. 3 of 8 now on his first serves, and that is such a big component of what he does. Second, up the tee, gets a forehand return into the net. That was a bigger second slider. 170 slider is a lot of pace.
Yeah, that was moving that second serve. It was taking off on a right angle. That's terrific from Bublik. And we're at 1-1 in the first set.
Yeah, it's pretty funny to watch the contrast when Bublik wants to move at a very fast pace. A lot of coaches will tell the opponents, in your service games, take your time, slow it down, just go at the pace that you want to be at.
Alex, he moves reasonably quickly through his service.
I think he's a good average speed player.
It's not Kyrgios-like in any way.
Serve up the tee is long from de Minaur. Early days here, 1-1. Second serve, good. Bublik backhand middle. De Minaur inside out forehand to it. Bublik backhand cross. De Minaur digs that out with the backhand. Bublik backhand up the line. Running forehand, de Minaur. Drop shot number 1 to the deuce side. De Minaur there. Lob Bublik. De Minaur backtracks. Forehand good. Volley Bublik. Lob de Minaur is going to miss well long. There's the first dropper. It was a quality one, and it's love 15.
But not just that. Bublik had to guess right, didn't he, in terms of where de Minaur was going to go with that ball, and he got it to perfection. Got racket to ball. And that was enough, and de Minaur wanting to put that ball back over the head of Bublik, but dragging it long and wide.
Indeed.
What a terrific point.
It was, especially Dimon, when he backtracked for that lob, he went big forehand cross, and Bublik read it perfectly.
Yeah, it was great.
So love 15. De Minaur is far side right now. He serves up the tee and misses well long. Both guys having some troubles with serves. That makes Alex now 3 of 7. Second serve is upcoming. It's good to a backhand Bublik. De Minaur run around forehand to a Bublik backhand cross that is going to miss long for 15-all.
Yeah, really teed off on the backhand. Bublik. Just going through the motions here at the back of the court.
Interesting to see he is wearing a watch while playing today. There's been some discussion about whether it's allowed. You've got a lot of people who have been trying to wear like whoops, the whoop watch.
Okay.
Serve is good into the body. Short forehand for de Minaur, deuce corner. Lob Bublik. De Minaur there, overhead, good into the ad corner. It's actually
talk to me about this, right?
On the tours, you are allowed to wear those types of watches, the fitness watches that allow you to track.
Yeah, they're providing data.
Yes, exactly. Heart rate variability, those kind of things, which are obviously quite valuable. Because at the slams, it's run by the ITF. It's a different rule than on both of the tours, so they don't allow that. So I'm assuming that means that's a ordinary watch. Lob return. De Minaur running around, gets a forehand in the ad corner. Big inside outer. Another lob from Bublik. De Minaur forehand. He tries to go through the middle, but slaps it into the net. And it's 30-all now.
That was quite ugly, wasn't it, from de Minaur at the net? So I'd find that odd to be wearing a watch whilst I was, especially if that. I'm just having a look. It's on his left.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, that should be a problem.
It's a backhand situation.
Yeah. But still.
Yeah. So it's also smart watches. You never know if you're getting text messages from.
That's right. Although with coaching now allowed.
Serve here for de Minaur into the body, gets a missed return. A baby wanted to be a part of the discussion there in the stands up top. Can't blame him.
Having a say.
Game point here for de Minaur. Hair's getting a little scruffy in the back. A little.
Where's
Katie Bolter to fix this? Actually, I don't know if she's here today. She might have actually left. I think she might be going to play another tournament as de Minaur pops an ace out wide as he gets it to 2-1 early days. I did think I saw that on social media that she actually did leave. That's the beauty and the curse of this sport, right?
And that's their life, isn't it? Yeah.
On to the next. What's next? What's next on the tennis calendar for you?
Well, it will be the Australian Open 2027.
Got it.
And you? Where are you off to next?
51 weeks from now. I'll be in Dallas in 2 weeks now.
Okay. Brilliant. Looking forward to it. Writing your notes already. We've got Sheila listening to us from Michigan, where it's 3 a.m. in the morning and 4 degrees Fahrenheit, or 15 degrees Celsius. So it's snowing. That's cold.
Yes.
I've been staying up late and getting up early to experience AO Live with appreciation. Well, Sheila, stay with us tonight and keep warm, whatever you do.
The third member of our broadcast crew here tonight, Chris Bowers, and he's got an update from over on John Cain Arena. Chris.
I go straight to the point. It's match point. It's 40-15, Zverev serves, so he's just gone long. It's his second match point, actually. He had one at 40 love. 5-4, third set. 2 hours, 12 minutes on the clock. Zverev has looked untroubled, although we did have a suspicion, hasn't been confirmed yet, that Cerundolo might be just slightly under the weather. Second serve on match point to the backhand of Cerundolo. Very deep from Cerundolo, but then he's a long way back behind the baseline. Backhand from Zverev onto the sidelines. Cerundolo lofts this to the backhand of Zverev. Pushed forehand by Cerundolo. Forehand Zverev cross court. Cerundolo at full stretch. Zverev goes down the backhand wing, but Cerundolo's there. Off the top of the net. Drop shot by Zverev. Cerundolo will get there. Goes up the line. Zverev throws up the lob. It's a winner. Oh, that is a brilliant way to end it. He had to flick the wrist on the two-hander. And that was a wonderful shot to end a very, very emphatic performance by Alexander Zverev. People thought that he might be one of the big names who was vulnerable early on, but he's the number 3 seed and he's through to the quarterfinals, and he looked particularly good in this match.
All right, thank you so much, Chris. Yeah, and on top of it, I mean, that had been certainly a matchup that we've seen Cerundolo have some joy, mostly on the clay. Only played once in a full completed match on the hard courts, and that was late last year at the Davis Cup Finals. Zverev winning in straight sets. So I think a lot of people thought that might be a difficult one.
I was calling that for a little while this afternoon. I wonder if Cerundolo was perhaps unwell.
Yeah,
he just didn't look to have much energy going on out on court. So, anyways, it happens.
Speaking of unwell, Lerner Tien set in 2 breaks. I know Chris is going to be keeping an eye on that one. 6-4-3 love serving over Daniil Medvedev. Backhand from de Minaur as we bring you back inside Rod Laver Arena. Bublik serving 1-2, 15-all. Just had a double fault and now gets a backhand error out of de Minaur for 30-15. Got at this stage 1 ace, 1 double.
That first serve from Bublik was 209 kilometres an hour, but it had pace, but it had bite. Scary.
Yeah, he can do a lot of different things with that serve. There's no doubt about it. A lot of loose hand action. Misses up the tee. Believe trying to go tee. I don't think he had a great target there. Second serve here from the far side is good. Run around forehand for de Minaur is into the net. It's 40-15.
Yeah, timing was not right on that forehand from de Minaur.
About 2 meters back behind the baseline for that one as he was taking that second serve return, and obviously that will change and adapt as we play through this one. Game points here for Alexander Bublik, the 10 seed, the number 10 player in the world, and that almost took out our chair umpire. The return off of the frame of de Minaur. It actually hit the scoring tablet up there.
It did. He's smiling. He's fine. Screen's not looking so good. It's cracked and he can't read it anymore, but that's all right.
Well, it's a good thing because I got to tell you, as he ducked and it hits the scoring tablet, if the scoring tablet goes down, we're going to be delayed for about 5 minutes. They're showing the replay here. Our chair umpire is getting a little bit of a round of applause. What a moment for him. Thank you, he says. You're very welcome. Nice moment of levity here.
Some of his best work.
2-all, early days. Serve out wide. Chip return is short. De Minaur loops a forehand and just mishit it. got a little bit tight to his body, late reacting to it, and as a result misses long. Love 15, second straight game, Kate, where he has been a deficit situation.
Yeah, that's right. And de Minaur, I think it's going to be important in this first set to just have some scoreboard pressure on Bublik. Doesn't want to get down early.
From the near side, de Minaur misses another first serve. He's cleaned up a little bit with that last game, but now 8 of 13. Second serve for de Minaur. Good. Bublik backhand tries to go for the home run ball up the line, misses the backhand wide.
Bublik thought that was going to go out a little wider on that side and just didn't get his body in position to hit that backhand.
Having a chat right now with his coach, Artem Supranov.
He's saying, move your feet.
I don't, listen, I've talked to Artem. He doesn't say a lot.
Doesn't he?
No. Serve up the tee is a let. Yeah, very much, it's one of those situations, let Bublik be Bublik.
Yep.
You don't want to take too much away from him.
That's his personality.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's more of a sounding board. The work they do off the court in practice sessions different. In a match, it's a sounding board, letting him kind of do his own thing. That's who he is.
I like that though.
I do too.
Yeah.
I would much rather have a player who's creative in their own thinking. Second serve here for de Minaur, good. Bublik back in through the middle. De Minaur back in up the line, running forehand. Bublik looped, catches the baseline. Now he gets a backhand. He misses that one into the bottom of the net. So de Minaur gets it to 30-15 at 2-all.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more around the players need to understand what is happening out on court and to be able to adjust their game through a point. Like, yes, you've got coaching now in between points, but whilst you're in the middle of it, you need to know what's happening. You have to be able to adjust your game.
Correct. 30-15. Again, de Minaur near side, serve, tee, wide. Yeah, that brings him down to 8 of 15. Both guys, again, just kind of 50% or less, in fact, at this moment. Just a shade above for de Minaur, who serves with a second serve. Good. Bublik backhand is lasered long. Definitely using that kicker quite a bit to target the backhand of Alexander Bublik on the returns.
I think the problem with that first serve percentage for both men is that just shows the pressure that they're under. And they know that for both of them that the second is, hittable. So they need to get enough first serves in to put pressure on their opponent. And that ball's gone long. De Minaur finishing off that game 3-2.
Yeah, got a really good body serve there and got a short reply. And yeah, going back to that coaching thing, I think I even mentioned this a few days ago, but did a piece with Ben and Brian Shelton in Toronto for Tennis TV where we talked about a moment in the final against Karen Khachanov where Brian Shelton said to Ben in the midst of it, he said, hey, what do you think about moving your return position 2 steps in? And it's so different from a lot of other coaches because he didn't say, you have to do this.
No.
He gave Ben the ownership of it and gave him an idea. And I thought that was a really fascinating dynamic.
Yeah, it's just about positioning, and isn't it, words are so important in terms of what's taken, what they take on, what they think is, the coach allowing them to make the decisions out there.
Yep.
Sometimes for some players, they don't want that responsibility.
Correct.
Though.
And that's up to the coach to really kind of learn how that dynamic works within a match and just let it be at times, and also know when to speak up a little bit more.
It's interesting with the coaching too. So many, you see players that go through coaches, and I just wonder in that, the initial discussions around whether or not this coach is going to work or this, partnership will work.
Yep.
Just what they're actually talking about, and what agreements they have in terms of how this partnership is going to work.
Yeah.
And, if you're going through 3 coaches a year, I'm not sure about what that interview is.
Who's going through 3 coaches a year?
There's a few of them.
Return up the line from Alex de Minaur. I do know one who went through a couple last year. Alex Mickelson changed coaches twice last year. Bublik serving near side, love 15, lob return, volley from Bublik into the deuce corner for 15-all.
What would you look for in a coach?
That's a great question. What would I look for in a coach? Let me call this point here.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm going to think about that because it's so different for each person, Kate,
It is.
Serve here, tee, just misses long, not by much. just one ace for Bublik so far. That number will increase dramatically. Second serve is a let. What do I look for in a coach? Well, first off, I'd have to be a lot better at tennis to start, but that's not your question. Second serve for Bublik, good. de Minaur back into a Bublik back in cross. de Minaur digs it out. Lob misses just long. Empathy is my go-to.
Okay.
When I was playing, and didn't play at this level by any means, I liked not much. I needed support, positivity, and then I wanted somebody who was really going to work me in practice sessions, but let me be and help teach me how to think so that I could apply it in the midst of a match. You?
I like someone that works mostly on my strengths.
On your strengths, interesting. Backhand to backhand we go. de Minaur backhand to a Bublik backhand, laced up the line. That's going to be flattened out a little bit too much. Misses that one long, and another tester here at 30 all.
You know, work on the things that I'm not great at. It's not many. There's not many.
I didn't even know there were things that you needed to work on. Not a single one.
For the most part, I think that you do best when you work with the things that you do well.
Serve up the tee. Do you have somebody, obviously you do a lot of long distance running. Do you have somebody you work with in those?
Oh yeah, I have a coach. Yeah, I have a running coach.
Forehand to forehand we go. Running one from de Minaur. Bublik backhand cross. de Minaur gets to it, but it's not going to get to the net. And Chris Bowers has an update for us on what looks like it's been an incredibly quick second set on Margaret Court Arena.
Yes, and it's about to be set point. No, not the Lerner Tien volley goes wide. It's 30-15 rather than 40 love. Tien is 5 love up in the second set.
Wow.
And you may be thinking, well, surely Daniel Medvedev is throwing all his toys out of the pram. He's not actually. He's just sort of looking, he's shaking his head a little bit. He's looking over his coach. He's smiling wryly as if to say, this guy can't keep this up. I mean, Tien is playing just the most remarkable tennis. He's covering masses of ground, and when he seems completely out of position, he'll hit a running forehand winner. He's just in the zone at the moment. The question is, how long can it last? He's got 2 set points now, and this is for a love set. And again, Medvedev is just sort of chatting to Thomas Johansson, his new coach, and sort of saying, we didn't plan for this, did we? 40-15, Tien serves, forehand return is deep, that's half volley off the baseline. A slice from Medvedev brings Tien into the net, who goes cross court. He's missed it as Tien.
I'm fascinated, Chris, to hear you say that he looks like he's expecting Tien's level to drop off, because I think we both know that Daniil obviously has such respect for Lerner and what he does.
Yes, I mean, look, I don't know that. I'm just trying to read the runes of Daniil Medvedev's various facial expressions, but I haven't seen sort of him getting particularly angry in the that part of this match that I've watched so far. That's a drop shot from Tien, picked up by Medvedev. Tien will go back down the line. It is so simple from Tien. You know, you watch him playing this kind of match and you think, it's not a very difficult game, tennis. You just hit the ball where the opponent isn't. And we know it's very difficult.
Yes.
But it's 26 minutes that set took, 6 love, and that probably was only about 24 minutes because it would have included the 2 minutes at the end of the first set. Remarkable. If he can keep this up, then he deserves to go through, and I think that's probably the mindset that Medvedev will adopt.
Fascinating. Thank you so much, Chris Bowers, keeping us updated around the grounds. Also some great doubles going on right now as we are into a Sunday evening. Serve out wide, 15 all now, 30-15 for Alex de Minaur.
I still think there's... Oh, sorry.
You're welcome.
That's all right, Chris, anytime.
I keep forgetting I have to turn my microphone off.
No, I get
fine.
that.
And Chris, David thanks you from London because he was after an update. So that's
okay.
Great.
I'll try some doubles next time because it might be more competitive than this one.
Thank you so much, Chris. We appreciate it. It's 30-15 here. Alex de Minaur did go down love 15 for the 3rd straight game just a moment ago. Serve up the tee. Miss-hit return from Bublik is going to miss long by about a meter or so. So game points here for de Minaur.
Yeah, he's reeled off a couple of big first serves, though, to get himself back on track in this service.
Game points here for Demon right before ball change. And the crowd will get engaged more and more as this steams along. Serve out wide is wide. Still no break points as of yet, Kate.
No.
Not a ton of drama at this stage. Second serve good. Bublik back into a Diminor backhand cross. Bublik back in up the line is pushed wide. 4-3 into that ball change.
We've got Barbara Felton is listening to us from Woodstock, where it's 0 Fahrenheit here. She's in the barn checking the horses and listening to us. As usual, this seems like something that she does each day. Always keep you on, even if in the house watching TV. Bublik is my favourite player. I love his attitude.
I don't know that. Thank you so much. And I believe Barbara also mentions, I said I was in
Heading
Dallas.
to Dallas, yeah.
She has friends in Oklahoma and Texas. My daughter is in Oklahoma and sent me pictures this morning of 8 inches of snow.
Whoa.
So, yes, I know how bad it is in parts of the United States that don't get a lot of snow very often. So, Tulsa, where I live, pretty much shut down.
Oh, my.
They only have a few snowplows.
Oh, I just do not understand how you get through winters.
I love it.
Do
It's
you?
the best.
Is it?
Yes, it's fantastic.
What do you do?
You go sledding, you go
Right.
throw snowball flights.
Okay, you're out. You're enjoying it
you
though.
do
You're not
ice
hiding
fishing.
from it. Ice fishing.
Yes, you go skiing, you go...
So have you got one of those things where you have a shed and you sit in the shed and you cut a hole in the ice and then you just sit there and hope something...
No, I'm much tougher than that.
You're out in it.
So, yeah, my grandparents lived in northern Wisconsin, which is on the very north part of the central but north of the United States. Way, way up there. They lived on a lake. We would go set up what we call tip-ups.
Yes.
And so basically you drill a hole, you put this thing called a tip-up. It has a line with a spool that goes down. You put your bait on it, and then you kind of go, and the kids, when we were younger, we would go sledding right there, and we would, just kind of talk and have some fun, and then it has a flag on it. So the flag goes up when a fish has taken the hook. And so this flag comes up, and then everybody runs over and oh, hey, look, there's one of those things. And then we run over, and then you just pull, and then out comes the fish.
Oh, my word.
Well, there's also snowmobiling. It's
well,
the
now
best.
that sounds like fun.
Oh, it's the best.
But mostly, aren't you just cold?
You're cold, but you're warm inside.
Oh,
Because you're with your family.
that's so nice.
30 love. I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it. I tried. I really, really tried.
Oh, God.
3-4, 30 love here with Bublik serving with the new balls in his pocket from the far side of the court. Tosses up. Serve is long, trying to go wide on Alex Diminor. Yeah, serving just 40% right now. Second serve, good. Even with the forehand. Bublik forehand inside into a Demon forehand up the line. Drop shot, Bublik deuce side. Demon there, puts it away into the deuce corner himself. It's 30-15.
That's so quick. And, of course, he's on the slide, Diminor, to get to that ball. And there's always that, because he's going to hit the net. Is he going to roll an ankle?
Can you do that again?
Is that the bit you were after?
Yes, that's. And listen, you might be asking why he does that, why he throws in the drop shots against the most quick player, the quickest player on tour, as Bublik hits an ace up the tee. It's because he doesn't want Diminor to just get comfortable moving side to side,
right,
where he is at his best. If you move him in different angles, it has that long-term payoff. Balance is so important to Diminor's game. Game points for Bublik at 40-15. Serve up the tee. Chip return good. Bublik goes backhand up the line. Now runs for a forehand back up the line into the ad corner. Clean winner there and a simple hold to 4-all. And again, it's just a really quick game as he just boom, boom, boom. Big smile on his face as he comes and talks to his team. Winks at them as well.
Winks at them, yeah. He's happy. He's feeling it out there. And I love the way he opened up the court just then with the backhand down the line and then finishing up with the forehand. It's some quick work, and it's beautiful to watch.
Artem Supranov in a hoodie here tonight.
Still talking Bublik to his people.
That's what he does. Serve. Diminor good into the body. Short return. Goes forehand inside out and just half a step late reacting to what was just a very short return.
Yeah,
from
middle
Bublik.
of the road, had nothing on it. That was the problem, I think.
That makes it 4 straight games at Love 15. He has not faced a break chance as of yet. Serving here from the near side at 4-all. Love 15. Serve. Netted.
Because it was only the first game where he served the ace.
Yep. Second serve for Diminor. It's good. Bublik back in middle. Minaur forehand inside out. Sliced from Bublik. Good depth on it, keeping Minaur at the baseline. Now back in cross from Bublik. In behind it. Touch volley. Just catches the tape. Incredible speed from Minaur deep into the ad corner. Bublik actually grabs the net, taps it, looking at him, just saying, too good, too fast.
Too good, yeah, absolutely. And Bublik got to that ball. He had to get down way low, but just could not control that volley. Oh, that was dipping. So good from Minaur. He knew that Bublik was coming to the net, and yeah, he was up for that shot.
4-all, 15-all. Minaur serving, T. Bublik nets the return off the backhand side. Yeah, it was really interesting as Bublik walked back towards his team. He actually had a big smile on his face because he knew he made the right decisions, hit the right balls, just a little bit too good from the man on the other side of that net. And you have to accept that as a tennis player. And it's going to happen sometimes. Both guys winning about 75% of their first serve points here tonight. Lob return lands on the baseline. Forehand, Minaur. Backhand from Bublik. Minaur forehand inside out to a Bublik backhand up the line. He's not hitting that backhand particularly well tonight. That is unforced error number 7.
Yeah, there's something about the timing on that backhand, and that ball did sit up nicely for him, so he should have been able to guide that one back down, but really just, it's not that he wasn't in the right position, but the timing on the ball was not great.
Game points here for Minaur. Serve T. Lob return is going to miss wide. And that gets us to 5-4. But again, it just is, where are we at time-wise? 33 minutes to 5-4 is a crazy pace. Crazy pace. I mean, it's not Lerner 10 pace, but
it's still crazy.
It's still 9 games in 33 minutes is wild, especially on a bigger court where sometimes there's a little bit more distractions. Yeah, just moving at a very, very snappy pace.
Should we go across to Chris?
Well, 9 games you mentioned. That's what at least 9 games that Lerner Tien has won in succession.
Wow.
Because he's 2-love up in the third set, and really is moving very, very quickly. Medvedev has not given up here. He is still battling. He just hit a backhand long. But when he was broken in the opening game of the final, I said final set. It's the third set, but it's probably going to be the final set.
Yeah.
He just sort of looked at his coach as if to say, well, what can I do? And it is one of those days. I mean, Medvedev is not quite the player who got to 3 finals here, but he's still a very useful player. But Tien is getting everything back. Just moving to a forehand now a backhand, trying to wrong foot Medvedev, who moves to a forehand. And again, the accuracy is phenomenal. Medvedev's accuracy is good as well, but Tien just answers this. A drop shot from Medvedev, a drop shot from Tien. Medvedev will not get there, and the ball drifts wide. Anyway, it's remarkable. I promised you a little bit of doubles. We have a final set tie-break in the mixed doubles between the Canadian-British pair of Gabby Dabrowski and Luke Johnson, and the all-Australian pair of Joint and Romeos. The Aussies are 5-1 up in the deciding set, and Mikhailova and Glasspool, the 8 seeds, are set up on Chromacheva and Christian Harrison.
Oh, thank you so much, Lloyd Glasspool, who once gave me COVID.
Oh, by the way, Mike.
Yes.
I don't think I've ever seen you not wearing shorts. Now, all those things you've described about things you do in the snow.
That's a fair question.
Do you do all that in shorts?
No, I do have.
Thank goodness for that.
Yes, no, in the winter. But,
you have sleeves?
But I will say, Chris, and I apologize again, my ignorance on Celsius. If it's above 50, I'm going to be wearing shorts. Even 40, I'm still going to be wearing shorts a fair amount.
So we're talking about sort of anything in double figures Celsius.
Yes, I'm going to be out there in shorts. It's fine. Just my favorite outfit is hoodie and shorts.
Well, your body adjusts.
But good on you, Chris. That's a good question.
It's a good pickup.
You know, Mike, you're incredibly well qualified to be a British postman.
Well, there's something to fall back on.
All the postmen in Britain seem to wear shorts.
Do I?
That's
I'm a member of the civil service.
Too, hasn't it?
Yeah, no, listen, you never know when this tennis commentating career is just going to fall apart.
Exactly.
So.
You always need something
One
to
wrong
fall back
word,
onto.
Kate. One wrong
and
word.
You are out of here. Big line through your name.
We have a big moment
We
right
certainly
now.
do.
Doing the service motion, especially not between first and second serve.
So we were getting our first warning for the crowd, but it's because it's 15:30 right now. On Bublik's serve, near side. Goes the line. Serve out wide. De Minaur back into a Bublik backhand cross. De Minaur backhand up the line. Running forehand. Bublik back up the line. De Minaur back into a Bublik backhand up the middle. De Minaur stays back after hitting a good forehand. Now goes backhand cross. Bublik backhand up the line. Running forehand. De Minaur back behind Bublik. Huge winner. And these first break chances of the match also serve as set points.
Oh, that's massive from De Minaur. There was a moment there where he looked like he was thinking about coming to the net and actually pedaled backwards. And at that stage, still remained in control of the point. Got the short ball from Bublik and finds the open court.
And Bublik, again, so quick to the line. Doesn't pause, doesn't want to think here. Serve up the tee is an ace.
Oh, how's that to save a break point? We've still got another one to save here.
He's got 3 on the day.
And he's just gone over to towel down. So this is the first time we've actually seen him take his time on serve.
212. Fastest serve so far of the day from Bublik on that one. Now ready with 9 still on the serve clock. And that was with taking a little bit of time.
That's right.
4-5, 30-40. Serve. Bublik out wide. Just missed long.
216.
Second serve here. Set point down for Alexander Bublik. It's into the net. It's a double fault. And Alex de Minaur steals set number 1 with a break at the finish. 6-4 for the Aussie, to the delight of this crowd.
Yeah, well, you never want to finish on a double fault, but I think it may have been the fact that De Minaur, he could see Bublik, could see that De Minaur was moving. He was hoping to get that ball into the body, but once you start thinking whilst you're in the service motion, things go awry.
Yeah, he actually, Bublik just looked over at his team and asked how long the first serve was. And they said by that much. He said a word I can't repeat, otherwise I'd become a postman.
Let's just say that he was disappointed.
He didn't like it. We're looking at some of the stats that we want to bring to you. Alex de Minaur, we mentioned both guys kind of hovering around that 50% serve percentage. That's obviously much more impactful for what Alexander Bublik tries to do in terms of how he sets up points. He ended at 47%, 7 winners, 12 unforced errors. Just a sloppy first set for him. 7 of those 12 unforced errors coming off that backhand wing, but no unforced error more costly than the double fault. And on the other side, Demon just kind of doing what he does. 8 winners, 7 unforced errors.
He's keeping a pretty clean sheet, isn't he, at the moment, De Minaur. The only thing is that, yes, he'll need to improve on that first serve percentage and perhaps just look to put pressure early on when serving on Bublik, because otherwise he's going to tee off on some of these second serves.
Well, I'm getting some more stats here, and I'm just looking at this idea. Again, Bublik serving 47%, poor. The fact that de Minaur, though, has won 75% of his second serve points, that's another area where Bublik really shines, is the ability to step in, be aggressive on those. For him not to create a break chance in that first set is certainly troubling for him. The man representing Kazakhstan. Alex de Minaur also the beneficiary, now getting to serve to start this second set. Again, you can get involved with us. Ask the booth on ausopen.com or email aoradio@tennis.com.au. Alex de Minaur will open this set at the far side. Serves up the tee, is into the net. Mike Cation, that's Kate Kearns. She's the funny one. I'm just here for the ride. Second serve for de Minaur. Good. Bublik backhand inside out to de Minaur forehand up the line. Bublik backhand. De Minaur goes forehand inside in. Bublik running forehand up the line. Misses just wide.
Whoa.
Slap forehand, but hit well. Misses by, about a foot.
Tommy Paul likes to fish. Has he ever been ice fishing? Have you ever had that conversation?
I haven't. He lives in Florida. They don't have ice fishing.
No,
although
he would need to travel.
He would need to travel. It doesn't seem like it fits his lifestyle. The interesting fact is de Minaur misses serve long. He actually had a fishing injury in the off season. I'm gonna have to. This is off of memory here.
Okay.
Second serve here. Bublik misses that. It's a really good body serve, good depth into the body. He got 2 scales in one of his fingers.
Whoa. Well, I saw something today on social media about how to get such things out.
Okay.
Something to do with vinegar and some salt.
Well, he just went to a doctor.
Oh.
which seems like a better situation, Kate. Trusting a medical professional. Backhand de Minaur catches the sideline. Now he's going to get a forehand, goes cross. Bublik running forehand is going to be pulled wide, 40 love. Yeah, so two scales. I think he caught a fish and it just got into him. I'm not allowed to show it, but I have a picture of the injury itself.
Nasty.
It's,
Ugh.
yeah.
Oh, hang on, which hand?
I actually don't know.
Oh.
Serve up the tee, gets a return miss.
I mean, the tools of the trade, you've got to be careful.
I know, but here's the thing. Do you really take somebody's joy away from them?
I do. Mildly.
Kate, I don't know. Are you married?
No.
Okay, well now.
Things become a lot clearer. Things become so clear here in the booth tonight.
Oh my goodness.
Sorry, Mike.
Yeah, it's a fascinating. He had a lot of injuries last year, and it's just been really good to see him healthy again. Yeah,
and playing great tennis.
Correct. I have some scars from cats here. I can tell you about. Serve up the tee, backhand de Minaur. Bublik goes forehand into the deuce corner, retreats to the baseline. He's going to get a forehand. No, he's not. That ball just missed wide. Pretty good off the racket from de Minaur, but Bublik will take it at this moment. 15 love here.
Do you have a stat there on forehand unforced errors from Bublik?
Yeah, 3.
Oh, most of them forced then.
7. Serve, tee. Bublik will get a backhand, goes middle. De Minaur forehand to a Bublik running forehand middle. De Minaur forehand up the line, off the net, and good. Bublik misses a backhand. The timing got disrupted, and again, that backhand is the one that is breaking down.
He's losing his range too. I mean, it's early on in this second set, but just hasn't quite settled in. The second set, maybe still thinking about that double fault.
I don't know if he holds on to things that long.
What did de Minaur say? You need to be a goldfish to be a tennis player.
Forehand miss here from Bublik as that return is right into the body, and trouble. 15-30. It's a great Ted Lasso quote.
Isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Be a goldfish.
Was Ted Lasso big here?
Oh, God, yes.
Okay, I didn't know if it was or not.
They're making a third or a fourth. I can't remember what we're up to.
Yeah, another season, but in Missouri, I believe.
Oh.
Backhand to backhand, forehand now from Bublik. De Minaur forehand cross. Bublik forehand up the line, running backhand de Minaur. Bublik run around forehand, inside out off the net. Good slice back from de Minaur. That miss is long for 30 all. Yeah, it's about a small, I think, college women's soccer team. Like at a very small school, I think in Missouri in the U.S.
Right.
So just different.
Okay, well, we'll see how that plays out.
Yeah. I'm sure it'll get released in like 4 years. It takes forever to produce these shows nowadays.
I know.
Hester here for Bublik. 10 seed. 30 all, serve out wide. He's going to get a forehand, goes inside out, but he's pushed it wide. It's a break chance for Alex de Minaur.
It's a little chaotic out there, Bublik game. It's really, he's not happy with himself and spraying balls all over the place.
This is, we ride the waves with Alexander Bublik.
We're abouts on the wave, are we, at the moment?
Yeah, really close to the trough right now. Bublik with a backhand goes middle. De Minaur digs out a backhand up the line. Running forehand from Bublik, that's wide, and it's 4 straight games on the trot for Alex de Minaur. 2-love here in the second.
Lizzie's listening to us from Utah. Oh, Lizzie's a long-time listener. Loving the commentary. Could we follow... how are we going? We will get to Chris Bowers, who's covering the Tien Medvedev match.
Chris is going to have an early evening, I think.
Is he?
Yes.
Might actually get some dinner
Lerner
tonight.
Tien has 4-love in the third.
No, stop it.
I think Chris fell asleep.
Yes, very, very much so. Thank you for waking me. Actually, it's Daniel Medvedev has just woken me because he has broken a sequence of games, which I cannot absolutely confirm this, but it's got to be at least 11.
Yeah.
Because I came to this match sort of after the first set. But so he must have won the last game of the first set. He won all 6 in the second, and he's now finally Medvedev's 1-1 at love 4 down. So 1-4. And of course, there's always time to come back. But Medvedev looks very relaxed. It's almost like sort of, when you're in the eye of the storm, just sort of smile and hope that You'll survive it. He will survive it, but he'll probably lose this match. I can tell you there's been an Australian victory in the mixed doubles first round. Maya Joint and Matt Romeos have beaten Gabby Dabrowski and Luke Johnson 6-2, 6-7, and then 10-7 on the match tiebreak. There's another mixed doubles on court at the moment. Well, it's two actually, but Taylor Townsend and Nikola Mektic have taken the first set against Storm Hunter and Hugo Nice, and the other one, we may be heading for another match tiebreak because Michalikova and Glasspool, the 8 seeds, have taken the first set against Hromachova and Harrison, but Hromachova and Harrison lead 5-4 on serve in the second.
Thank you so much, Chris. I listen, Lizzie, I apologize. I don't know that we're going to go over to Lerner Tien and Daniil Medvedev that much. I mean, it's...
No, I mean, we're running out of
point at this point.
That's right.
Honestly, that scoreline is absolutely stunning to me.
That's crazy.
I was talking with a couple of other commentators. We were just kind of, what do you expect here tonight? I said, I think it's going to be really entertaining, really dramatic. I mean, with those game styles, and to see Lerner run away like this is...
Well, it's dramatic.
It is dramatic, but in a way that's not as exactly entertaining. So, Lizzie, we'll get you some updates if it gets a little bit closer. De Minaur serving here, 30-15 at 2-love, gets a chip forehand. Now Bublik goes forehand inside in, running forehand De Minaur, Bublik forehand middle. De Minaur forehand cross to a Bublik forehand cross. De Minaur digs out a forehand off the net and rolls onto Bublik's side. So he's playing well and he gets luck.
Yeah, and so important, isn't it? And Bublik was in, I thought, total control of that point. He really whipped that forehand and got De Minaur at the baseline, well behind the baseline. But, yes, sometimes luck is all you need.
De Minaur apologizes once again. Twice he apologizes for that net court. He's also mad at himself for hitting a ball into the net court. Serve is good. Return is not. Missed wide. 3-love here.
Yeah, good body serve from De Minaur, and Bublik looks a little, frustrated, angry.
Yeah, it's the first time that he's gotten a little bit upset after getting broken in this set right now, 12 points to 3.
Well,
I don't know much, but the maths does not work out well.
It's not good.
And I also want to point out, I said maths for you.
I know, thank you for that.
I'm trying.
We like an S on the end.
I'm trying.
Mathematics, after all.
Again, I've been A and Z. That's tough for me.
Yeah, how's that working out?
I got absolutely roasted on social media.
What did they do?
They just say, "What's wrong with you?"
It's
called A and Z, and I said, "It's absolutely not called A and Z. It's very much called A and Z." So I'm respecting that.
A and Z here, and we're like, what?
Right.
What are you talking about?
The American fans just roasted
They're not.
me.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Oh, they're cruel.
It doesn't make sense.
No, well, not to them.
I mean, I get it for them, but
Yeah.
also, explore the world, people.
Exactly. You've got to, here in Australia, certain ways that we say things, we do things.
Exactly, and that's fine.
That's fine.
It's totally fine. We're showing a promo here inside Rod Laver Arena for all the concerts that are coming up this weekend.
I know.
Next weekend, I should say. Are you excited about some of them?
Yes, but I never get to go to them.
Why not?
Well, usually because we're in here.
Well, they're after the tennis.
Is it?
Yes.
Oh, I didn't realise that. Oh, no. Are we heading over?
No, I'll be in Tulsa with the snow.
Oh, sorry.
I'm leaving on Thursday. I want to see the Kid Leroy. I want to see Renee Rapp. I saw the headlines and I was like, oh my gosh.
Yeah, Kid Leroy will be great.
Yes.
Yeah.
Right now, love 3 for Alexander Bublik. He is at 15-love. He's got a short forehand, rolls that into the ad corner for 30-love. And it's just another one of the additions here at the Australian Open to make this a bigger, better event, bringing in tennis fans and non-tennis fans alike with some great shows. 30-love here for Bubbles, as I like to call him. Serve for him. T, net long.
Does he like to be called Bubbles?
Nope.
Because that sounds...
Sure doesn't. Second serve for him. Good. Forehand De Minaur. Bublik backhand deceleration into the net. 30-15.
Yeah, the serve was good. It was a body serve into De Minaur and wanting to go back in behind the player. But as you said, Mike, no acceleration through the racket. It's a problem.
Serve long.
He's just lost his rhythm.
Second serve here for Alexander Bublik. good. De Minaur forehand to a Bublik backhand launched long. There is nothing going right now for Alexander Bublik. And yeah, he's again taking a little bit extra time, shaking his head directly in front of our broadcast booth right now. Deep exhale as well. This is...
And I'm just... I mean, De Minaur's not necessarily showing him sort of a different pace of ball or anything like that. His game doesn't seem to have changed much, but Bublik just at odds with his game at this stage.
Forehand to forehand we go right now. Forehand from Bublik. De Minaur digs out a backhand. Bublik forehand into the deuce corner. Now he's going to have to get a backhand back up the line. Lob from De Minaur. Bublik has a forehand, goes inside in. De Minaur forehand middle. Bublik forehand inside out. Catches the baseline. No, it does not. And misses long. And Alex De Minaur with a break chance. This is looking almost identical to what we're seeing in the scoreline for Medvedev and Cain.
Yeah, and Bublik's just getting balls back now, and De Minaur's getting into his rhythm because he's enjoying this. He'll go side to side for as long as he needs to.
We're going to get to Chris in a second here. We'll call this point. Bublik 30-40. Serve out wide is an ace. And Chris, it has actually gotten a little interesting over there on Margaret Court Arena.
Yes, you might be hearing a little bit more from me than you thought you were going to be. I hope I'm paid by the interruption, given that the Medvedev has actually got one of the breaks back. He's held serve, so the gap is now 3-4. Lerner Tien still has a break in the third set, but what's been interesting has been errors off the Tien racket. Shots that were landing just inside the line are now starting to land just outside, and Medvedev has clearly got the bit between his teeth. Now, this set is not by any means decided yet. It's still in Tien's hands because he has the break, holds the next two service games, and the match is his. But somehow, I have a feeling that the later trams may be rather full.
Interesting. Thank you so much, Chris, as we bring you back inside Rod Laver Arena. And we're going to go back to deuce as Bublik has missed a forehand. And yeah, Medvedev, 5 comebacks from love 2 down, including obviously one already here this week, the win over Fabian Marochan of Hungary. Love 3 deuce here.
Okay, we'll keep an eye on that match.
Chris Bauer's fully invested right now. Serve, Bublik up the tee. Lob return is not going to clear the net. Game point here for Bublik. He's again just trying to find a little bit of positivity at this moment.
Yeah, and he's getting it through his first serve because he was in trouble on serve, but managed to find a few first serves, and that is helping.
Yeah, this set, he is 13 of 15, which is good. Yeah. There's another one. It's an ace for him. So, yeah, the serve percentage is great, but he'd much rather have the scoreboard in his favor.
That's right. Still down a break. He got himself out of trouble then. So that's 3-1. Certainly looks better than 4-zip.
Little bit.
Little bit. Of course, keep your emails coming through, and Mike and I will do our best to answer any questions you have about tennis or about anything, just generally in life, if you like.
Sure.
aoradio@tennis.com.au, or go to the Ask the Booth form on ausopen.com.
I've played therapist a few times in the last couple of weeks.
Have you? How's that played out? People got back to you?
It's rough. It's rough out there.
It is.
It's tough
Life's
times.
hard. Life is hard.
3-1 here for De Minaur, serving out wide, misses out wide.
Says Mike and Kate sitting watching tennis and having a lovely time.
We are having a good time. You got to appreciate what you have.
You do.
Second serve good. Bublik backhand to a De Minaur forehand inside out. Bublik backhand cross. De Minaur digs out a backhand. Run around forehand Bublik. De Minaur backhand through the middle. Between the legs from Bublik, as that was lasered right into the body, and that one through the legs
that
but
was
into
a tweener.
The net.
It was a tweener, but it wasn't effective. And he's once again looking over to his coaching box and just going through the motions. What did that mean, Mike? Did you see that? The arm?
Yeah, he was basically saying if he was going to try to hit a backhand, he was going to have to basically hit it like cricket. Serve out wide, draws a return error. Yeah, he was going to, like I don't know the terminology of cricket, but basically block it as opposed to swing.
That's exactly what. Yeah, it's a block. Yeah, well done.
I know my 6s. I know my 4s. I'm trying. 30 love here at 3-1. Second set. Forehand return off of the net and wide. Just keeps getting worse here for Bublik in terms of the luck as well. 55 minutes in.
Call that a straight bat.
Straight bat?
Yeah, and that, yes, a cricket term, but also in life when someone just says something straight back at you.
Serve up the tee is just long. Straight bat. Our bats in the States are all curved. They're cylindrical.
Well, yeah, I mean, what were you thinking?
Serve out wide. Bublik backing up the line. Running forehand from de Minaur is going to miss long. 15 now.
There's some good pace on that return from Bublik.
Sometimes he's at his most dangerous when he is down because of the fact that he might get a little disinterested and go bigger.
Yeah.
And that actually can be way more dangerous.
That's they talk about the disruption, right?
Yep, exactly right. Still gain points here for Alex de Minaur, the 6th seed, taking on the 10 seed. Serve into the body is going to be long. Second serve now for Alex. Serve good, backhand Bublik. De Minaur forehand inside out to a Bublik backhand cross. De Minaur backhand cross, run around forehand for Bublik. Into the net as we get to 3-2. Let's take a short break here. We're going to come back. Oh, we're going to, no, we're not. I take everything back.
We've got an important.
Yes, you know, Chris Bowers calling me off. We're going to call an audible here. Chris, it's turned things around again on Margaret Court Arena.
It has. Daniil Medvedev has played an awful game to get to love 40. Tien held for 5-3, but Medvedev is at 15-40, so 2 more match points for Lerner Tien, the 25th seed against the 11th seed. Medvedev serving out wide as a lofted return. Medvedev will smash it. I got back by Tien with a backhand down the line winner. Off the smash. Medvedev hit that on the full. He hit that very powerfully. And there's a very warm handshake. I think Medvedev resigned himself to losing this match a while back. He didn't give up. He kept on fighting till the end. But what an amazing performance by Lerner Tien. This is more of a coming out performance for him than the 5-set match that he beat Medvedev with last year that had us all leaving here at about 3 o'clock in the morning. It's a wonderful performance, and he has grown into this match. The only thing that Medvedev could take comfort for is that last year he lost in the first round here. This year he's lost in the 4th round, so his ranking points will go up a little bit, but he will be disappointed with not having gone further. But very, very impressive. And on the basis of this evidence, Lerner Tien is learning very fast.
All right, thank you so much, Chris. And Kate, as you and I were talking about early in this one, right before this match started here on Rod Laver Arena, I don't do predictions, right?
No.
Because I like to be open to possibilities and the range of possibilities in matches. That's an extreme possibility. That type of score line, never would have thought that. Not the win,
but the score line.
Yeah, exactly right. The Lerner is certainly capable of those moments, and we've seen that in that matchup. But to do it like that is... Oh, wow.
Something else. And of course, he'll go on to play Zverev.
Yes.
In the
also played him a couple of times last year. Had a win over Zverev last year in Acapulco.
Okay.
So, yeah, that's
good. That's
very interesting.
Yeah, important.
Back inside Rod Laver Arena right now. Swinging volley from Bublik. Not his cleanest stroke, but puts it into the deuce corner with a little bit of margin to get it to 15-all again. 1-4 in this second set. De Minaur winning the first set 6-4. If you are joining us a little bit late, happy to have you along for the ride here on AO Radio. Mike Haitian, Kate Kearns. Bublik from the far side, serve out wide. De Minaur forehand to a Bublik inside out forehand. He's pushed that wide. And he takes a pause here. He actually stands straight up, looks down at his shoes for a moment. And you hear him.
Yeah, he was adjusting the laces earlier, but I don't think that's the problem.
Yeah, again, that conversation is continuing.
Shaking his head, but yeah, it's just the inconsistency of his hitting at the moment. Bublik, it's all or nothing.
Serve up the tee, just clears on the return. Bublik in with a approach, and de Minaur passes him off the forehand side.
Oh, come on, I mean the forehand on the slide. He can't actually make that without sliding out wide. De Minaur, that is such a good shot. The ball is almost behind him when he's hitting it, and he just whips that forehand, whips the wrist through.
Great chances for de Minaur, and then we will have some breaking news for you coming up as well here in just a moment.
What is going on here tonight?
I'm going to get to that in a second. But for now, break chances. Bublik serving 15-40. Tee serve is long. Second serve here for Bublik is a double fault, 5-1.
New balls, please.
New balls as
Roger.
well here. Let's get to this breaking news. Jakob Mensik announcing on Instagram that he is withdrawing from the Australian Open due to an abdominal injury that has progressed, he says, over the last matches. After long discussions with my team and doctors, we decided not to step on court tomorrow. We beat Ethan Quinn in straight sets late last night, and now Novak Djokovic
Oh, wow.
gets a walkover into the quarterfinals. That is disappointing, obviously, for Jakob Mensik, but when we're talking about the fact that Novak, we have the questions, right, about the physicality for him to have an extra couple of days of rest.
That's huge.
So Novak into the quarters. Serve up the tee from de Minaur. Now I'm starting to think here ahead a little bit. Second serve good. Bublik back in, misses long. Bublik was really launching into his team after that last break. Yeah, just lots of really negative words. We'll talk about Mensik and Novak here coming up. But 5-1, 15 love. Yeah, we can get done with this
on
set.
a second set here for de Minaur.
We're 2 points away now as Bublik just shanks a backhand. He is not interested in this particular
No,
game.
he's just going through the motions, it would seem.
30 love, 2 points away, and continues this. We're not going to call it a dialogue. It's a monologue with his team. Serve, Demon, good. Short return. Forehand inside in. Bublik there with the forehand looped. Catches the line. Now a forehand up the line to a de Minaur backhand cross. Couldn't get up and down with that. Misses long. 30-15 now.
Yeah, just wanting back that backhand. No backswing from de Minaur. Everything is going very quickly here in this second set. De Minaur at 5-1, 30-15.
Hour and 3 minutes in. Serve up the tee is into the net. Second serve off the net and wide. It's the double fault for Demon.
The other thing is Alex needs just to keep focus too. I mentioned before with Bublik, he's a little up and down with his match and sometimes, or his game, and sometimes that works for him and can really throw his opponent. It's at 5-1 up. I think he should be fine, but just needs to finish it off here on serve, right?
Efficiency is very important at this stage of a tournament for sure. 30 all, 5-1, serve tee wide. Also, you don't want Bublik to get ahead of steam at any point. It might not matter in the second set, but it could matter in the third. Second serve here for de Minaur. Good. Bublik backhand up the line. De Minaur races to a backhand. Now he's going to have to run to a forehand up the line to a Bublik backhand cross. De Minaur backhand up the line. Running forehand from Bublik. Tries to push it back up the line. Misses just wide. And a game point and set point for Alex de Minaur.
And these shots from Bublik too. I mean, he's not just missing. He's missing like not inches, but it's a meter. He's not finding targets out there at all tonight.
Set point, near side, serve, good into the body, return is not good, it's into the net, 6-1. Second set, and Alex de Minaur is one set away from the quarterfinals, to the delight of this crowd inside Rod Laver Arena, who will rush to go get a drink, come back for the third. I thought Bublik might go and take a little bit of time away from the court. He is not.
No, he still has something to say.
Well, I take that back. He's grabbing a couple things out of, there's a new shirt.
Yes, but I think he might change.
The shirt, you stay on court. The shorts, you leave the court. I mean, it's only been an hour and 5.
That's right.
It's only been an hour and 5, and the total distance covered is only 316 meters, which is not very much.
No, for de Minaur, that's he's having a lovely time out there. Mind you, we're at he's 2 sets to love up, and this is a very familiar position against Bublik.
81% serve percentage for Bublik, 0% won on seconds in that set. The fact that de Minaur as well won, I believe, 70% of his second serve points. I mean, those were the things I was looking at as keys was, very simply Bublik's ability to control things on his serve as well as Demon's ability, how he handles the second. But listen, Alex de Minaur, 3 winners in that set, but only 2 unforced errors. That's
neat.
Pretty remarkable. Just kind of letting Bublik self-destruct for a little while.
Yeah, absolutely. And I sort of like the way that Alex just got on with business in that set, and wasn't taking too much notice of what was happening down the other end. And he needs to remain focused. And Bublik does. He gets the opportunity to serve first. So it'll be interesting to see if he can just say, okay, that's those 2 sets are done. Nothing to be gained from thinking about those. And it is well, see if we can take it to 5 sets.
Bublik serving, and it's a let, and Kate hinted at it. Bublik has 3 come from behind victories from 2 sets to love down, including one against the man opposite him here tonight. That was at Roland Garros. That was, of course, Alex de Minaur's worst surface by a wide margin as well, being on the clay. Second serve here for Bublik. First point of the 3rd set. Serve is good. Return into the ad corner. Now de Minaur, no, he's not going to have to hit a ball as Bublik misses the backhand wide. There's a smirk on his face right now. He is on our side of things, and yeah, he knows he is in danger of just really completely giving away this match.
Yeah, imploding here.
Love 15. 3rd set. Serve, tee, net. That's going to draw the ire of our chair. Second serve for Bublik. Good. Minaur back into a Bublik rolled forehand that just catches the line. Bublik now has a squash shot to a de Minaur backhand cross. Bublik backhand up the line is into the net. Love 30. Real trouble here.
Yeah, it was interesting too, where Bublik just standing and waiting. And it's almost like he's not anticipating where these balls are going to come back from de Minaur. He's late to so many of the balls tonight.
This is, I mean, you're looking at potential of match point right now. That's how bad it is for Alexander Bublik, who serves, tee. And we're back into a Bublik backhand that's into the net. Good return into the body once again, just inside the baseline. The return quality has been high.
Yeah.
And 3 chances here for Alex de Minaur.
Yeah, that's great from de Minaur, right at the feet of Bublik. That's hard for anyone, let alone someone as tall as this man.
Serve is into the net. Second serve for Alexander Bublik. Break point down. Good. De Minaur forehand to a Bublik backhand middle. De Minaur forehand inside out. Now has to dig out a backhand. Bublik rolls a forehand to the deuce corner, but that's long as well. So, what was that? 3 unforced errors out of the 4 points. So de Minaur with a very quick break at love, and
it's the forehand too, which were just
yes, it's 11 unforced on the forehand, 13 on the backhand. It's 3 times as many unforced errors, 27-9.
And it's usually such a weapon for him, Bublik, but it has not been good tonight, and he's all at sea, and has walked over to his coaching box. The change of ends then, of course, usually the players go across to their seat and towel down and grab a drink and what have you before they go to the other end, but Bublik straight to the other end of court and is continuing to chat to his coach.
I will say Bublik did just get a soft warning from our chair umpire.
Oh, did he? I missed that.
He actually went over there and was having a full-on conversation. Even though we do have allowed coaching, you don't get to have a full conversation. It's supposed to be short sentences. That's the rule. It's quirky. It's what we do in tennis is quirky. Second serve here for de Minaur with a 1-love lead. Forehand Bublik, forehand de Minaur. Bublik, forehand crosses into the net. 15-love. You know, I will fully admit, came back on site here for the evening session. I was just like, man, Medvedev 10, Bublik de Minaur, we're going to have a great night of tennis, and sometimes things just fall flat.
Sometimes, and you know, predictions go to hell.
Language, man. Forehand from de Minaur to a Bublik backhand cross. De Minaur digs out a backhand up the line. It's missing long, 15-all.
15-all.
I mean, still time. We certainly know that. There's still time.
Yeah, but I'm not, I just don't get the sense he's getting his game back on, you know, on terms with.
But Kate, he's one of those players who can flip a switch.
Yeah, we're just waiting for the flip.
Yes. 15-all serve up the tee. Lob return. De Minaur forehand inside out. Bublik digs it out with the backhand but misses long. 30-15.
And the other thing is Alex is not making this any easier for him. He's being very miserly with his play tonight.
Well,
very few unforced errors.
Some players like
Keeping
Bublik
it deep.
have ups and downs and waves. de Minaur is flat,
Yeah, he
right? It's
tends
at
to
the
flatline.
same level at all times.
Yeah.
I think. Yeah, again, we've got some fans who want to enjoy themselves.
Sunday night and tomorrow is a public holiday.
It is. It is tomorrow.
Australia Day.
It is. Oh, tomorrow's Australia Day. Forehand miss here from Bublik to a wide open court into the deuce corner for 40-15.
Yeah, got a short ball, and de Minaur was going the other way, went to go back in behind him and completely missed.
You know
Yes,
what?
Australia
You know
Day.
what I like is that song "I Am Australian."
Oh, yeah, it's lovely,
I really
isn't
like that.
it? I am, you are
You know what?
Australian.
With how this match is going, maybe we could just have a Kate Kearns performance tonight. Just
Oh, I do like that song. It's a cracker.
what's your karaoke song of choice?
Oh, Islands in the Stream.
Are you the Dolly Parton or the Kenny Rogers
It
part?
just depends on the night, really. Sometimes I'll do both.
You know what? A solo version of that is intriguing.
Different voices, of course.
Of course. 40-30 as it's a forced error off the racket of de Minaur, misses a forehand long. Bublik has not stopped chatting at his box. Not with, at. 40-30, serve, out wide, misses long. Second serve now. Good. Bublik backhand to a de Minaur backhand cross. Bublik backhand, run around forehand for de Minaur. Bublik there, backhand cross. De Minaur backhand to a Bublik backhand cross. De Minaur backhand up the line, running forehand. Bublik back up the line. De Minaur digs it out with the backhand. Bublik inside in forehand, squash shot. De Minaur lands good. And a missed backhand from Bublik, and that is the kind of shot that he hates, as it's defensive from de Minaur and also perfect to love.
On the line, but it was a floater, and I think Bublik, more than anything else, was just hoping that was going long. Up until that point, he had played the perfect point.
Yeah,
really had Alex in all sorts.
We're looking at it on the replay right now, and yeah, Bublik hits just a scorcher of a backhand down the line, and you're right, it's a squash shot, just has a little bit of air under it, and just perfect again. De Minaur now digs out a backhand to a Bublik backhand line. De Minaur forehand back up the line. Drop shot from Bublik. De Minaur there, pops it up the line to the deuce corner. Tweener, Bublik, volley, De Minaur into the ad corner.
Well, there's the trick.
Wow.
That's brought the crowd to life.
And Bublik is laughing.
Yeah. He's just run ragged.
There's sometimes when you know you're seeing a performance on the other side of the net. And in fact, Bublik, as he comes to the line, applauds his opponent.
He's been clean, hasn't he, tonight,
Yes,
de
he
Minaur?
has. Yes, he has. Bublik underarm serve. De Minaur there, approach. Bublik up the line with the backhand. Serve +1, just like he wrote it up. And he throws the finger to the crowd. He's got one. He's got one.
The crowd are really appreciating that underarm serve. Last time they saw that, well, it was curious. Tell you what, Alex was up to it though.
there.
He saw it coming.
Serve at 15 all. T. Turn through the middle. Bublik in behind a backhand. Lob Bublik. Lob De Minaur. Bublik puts that away with a volley, and it's 30-15. We also saw Corentin Moutet also had
yes,
one on match
that's right.
point against Tristan Schoolkate. That one pretty memorable just because it was on match point.
And there was, I have seen, there was another one that the ball kid was not back in position fast enough. I can't remember which match that was, so they had to actually replay the point.
Yes. Serve up the tee. Return was going to miss long. Now Demon with a backhand up the line as Bublik was...
He was drawn in, wasn't he?
Well, I don't know if I'm going to say drawn in. I think he was just kind of...
Just decided to come in?
Rambling in and just seeing what happened, like he just staggering out of a bar there. What's this net in front of me? 30 all at love 2. Serve out wide. De Minaur forehand to a Bublik backhand netted, and it just looks defeated. He actually literally shrugs his shoulders towards his team.
Yeah.
He is defeated at this moment.
Yeah, he's got no answers at this stage, even though we've seen something a little different from him on in this service game, Bublik, but de Minaur with all the answers.
Serve out wide, misses long. Catch in the stands after that one hit the Bank, forehand from de Minaur. Bublik goes backhand cross. De Minaur digs out a backhand. Bublik, drop shot to the deuce side, catches the line. De Minaur around the post with his forehand. Now hits another volley. Bublik lob, de Minaur, backhand overhead, good. Bublik there, pops it up the line. Forehand from de Minaur, volley, Bublik, perfect! Wow!
What a point! Unbelievable by both men. And Bublik at last wins the point. Oh, he'll be delighted by that. And look, you know, these little momentum changes, does this allow him to get back into this set? Who knows? But that was a real delight.
It also just goes to show how much Bublik has to do right now to win and earn these points.
Exactly, nothing's easy.
Deuce now. Bublik from the far side, serving. Up the tee, lob return lands short. Bublik inside in forehand, de Minaur forehand, volley, Bublik, de Minaur now another forehand, crossing pass, it's good, and a break chance for Alex de Minaur.
And this is the, you know, how difficult this is against
de Minaur.
Well, for Bublik, with de Minaur just, you know, running down everything. There are no easy points to be had. And now he finds himself at break point down again.
Waits for de Minaur to get into a return position. Bublik serving. Out wide, de Minaur back into a Bublik drop shot towards the deuce side that's into the net. It's 3-love. This is pretty remarkable what we're seeing here. We're going to take a short break and come back for more. You're listening to AO Radio.
Australian Tennis Magazine has been serving up news, features and game insights for 50 years. Pick up your copy of Australia's only tennis publication or subscribe to have every issue delivered at tennismag.com.au and keep up with all things tennis via our social channels.
Kids making a racket at home? Nothing hits like getting outside and on court. With Hot Shots Tennis, kids gain confidence, learn sport skills and make friends. Perfect for kids aged 3 to 12. Book your free trial at a participating club. Hit up tennis.com.au. Hot Shots Tennis. It's different.
Have you got your copy of the AO 2026 official program? Packed with player profiles, feature stories, stats and souvenir pictures. It's the essential guide to the Australian Open and all things tennis. Pick up your copy at the AO shop, in newsagents or at ausopen.com.
Family time hits different with Tennis Court Hire. From less eyes on screens to more time with your teens or smashing fitness routines. Whatever you're into, get out on court. Tennis.com.au.
Player features, exclusive interviews, game insights and much more. That's Australian Tennis Magazine. And this AO, Australia's only tennis publication, turns 50. Join us in celebrating our special milestone by picking up a copy or subscribing at tennismag.com.au.
Message our commentators. Email aoradio@tennis.com.au.
The sound of the Australian Open. This is AO Radio.
Well, we bring you back inside Rod Laver Arena as it's been all Alex de Minaur, and he leads 3-love, 15-love with 2 sets already in his pocket. But most importantly, our own Kate Kearns is hearing from family.
I really am. You're going to force me to
I am going to force you to read that, please.
Sharon from Somerton Park in South Australia.
Sharon?
Sharon. In Adelaide.
What does Sharon have to say?
Oh, she says, commentate, Kate. Yes. Karaoke, Kate. No.
Wow.
It's not very nice.
Wow, getting roasted by your own family.
Well, what's new? Always picked on.
Were you younger or older? You're the
Youngest.
younger sister? I'm so sorry. What's the age difference?
Oh, not. There's only. Mum had 4 of us in 5 years.
No kidding.
Yeah, and I was, you know, afterthought.
Again,
I have nothing for that. Normally I have something. Afterthought is, nope, not going there. 4-love. A couple of bases for Alex de Minaur. Awkward. Awkward turtle over here. Okay.
Come on, Mike.
Alexander Bublik, and this has been an afterthought for him as well.
Yes.
Love 4 here in the 3rd set. Serve up the tee. He's going to get a backhand. He goes up the line, running forehand from de Minaur. Bublik goes backhand cross. De Minaur backhand cross. Bublik digs out a backhand. Forehand from de Minaur. Forehand from Bublik. Forehand de Minaur up the line. Now it's a missed backhand from de Minaur, from Bublik. He shakes his head as he looks at de Minaur's team. I think he might have a couple. Talking to them. I think specifically to Matt Reed. They might have crossed paths a couple times.
I mean, Diminur's enjoying this. He's just going from side to side, getting into his patterns
he's
of play.
actually enjoying it?
Oh, yeah, he's totally enjoying this. This is playing right into his wheelhouse.
Bublik backhand cross. De Minaur digs out a backhand. Bublik backhand up the line. Combination winner.
Too good, acknowledged by De Minaur.
Here's the thing, and I mentioned that because Alex actually mentioned it in one of his post-match interviews a couple of days ago. The idea that one thing he wants to get better at is appreciating and enjoying these moments.
Yeah, being in the
because
moment.
he doesn't. He puts so much pressure on himself. We can talk about the external pressure all we want, but he puts so much pressure on himself that he hasn't appreciated the big moments and enjoyed it while he's out there. Serve up the tee, forehand return. Bublik backhand up the line, good, and De Minaur can't get that one back. And Bublik with a look of satisfaction on his face as he's actually made De Minaur work and has gained points.
I don't know that you change that around. I don't know that you can. I think it's just your personality if you're able to.
I think Bublik might be a example of why that's not true. He's enjoying himself more on courts because he has an appreciation for what
that allows him to do.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I think it's possible. I think it's highly unlikely. I think it's hard. Let's put it that way.
I think it's really difficult.
Very challenging.
Yeah. You want the best of both worlds, but maybe it's only age that allows you to have reflection.
Yeah. Second serve upcoming here. 40-30 in this third set. It's good. Even forehand to a Bublik, forehand inside out. In behind it, has a volley up the line. De Minaur with a lob. Bublik able to snap that one down into the ad corner. Gets on the scoreboard here. He actually looks over at De Minaur as they both walk through their respective chairs. A little bit of a sly grin on his face.
Well, yeah, and that was a much easier service game for Bublik. And yes, on the board finally in this third set, 4-1. But I think, he's got to start somewhere to get back into this match. That's a good service, but what can he do on the De Minaur serve? He really hasn't had a crack at it all night.
I don't have an answer for you, and I don't know that he does either. And
No, that's the problem.
And he's already out of his chair. I mean, we're still a few seconds away
he's
from time.
two.
He's just moving quickly here, and this is always the danger with him is sometimes you just see him when he is getting beat. He's okay to tap out, and that's fine. I actually never have had a problem with that. If you're just getting beat, sometimes it's not your day, and he's showing that right now.
Yep.
Also, though, sometimes that is a show.
Okay.
And he actually is invested.
Yeah, right.
But it's the same thing that Kyrgios does. He pretends he's not interested because I think he actually really hates losing.
Oh, God, yes.
And I think that's what Bublik does from time to time as well. 4-1 in this third set. He actually is laughing with his team right now. So for the moment, loose and free.
Is it, or is that forced?
No, they were.
They were?
Somebody made a joke.
Oh, did they?
All of them
okay.
laughed.
Well, I like that.
Yes, all of them laughed. 4-1, serve out wide. Bublik laces a return up the line.
Okay.
Love 15. Yeah, this is, as I said about, 20 minutes ago, this can oftentimes be where he's at his most dangerous because he doesn't care about the result anymore. He's just going to take some cracks.
Like a wounded bull.
That's exactly right. Serve into the body, or with a forehand inside out. It's good for a winner. 17th of the night.
Lovely from De Minaur. Just plenty of time on that ball, and just noticed that Bublik was heading to his left.
And also, on top of it, Alex certainly knows this from Bublik, right? He's been in 4 matches with Bublik over the years, knows what he's getting in that regard. Lob return, swinging volley from De Minaur. Bublik can't track it down. It's 30-15, so he has to shut down the threat.
Oh, absolutely. This is what I've really liked about the De Minaur match, the De Minaur game this evening, is that he's just not taking in any of what's happening down the other side of the net.
Business-like.
Very
head is down.
Head is down.
Blinders on, all of the cliches. 30-15, serve out wide is an ace.
Yes, very confident. And that first serve, I have to have a look at those percentages. I'll get to those after this game. But
I can tell you.
Oh,
De Minaur's at 60%.
Yeah.
Bublik's at 62.
Okay.
Game points. Serve off the net and back onto his side. Still has a couple of game points. I don't know why the crowd was reacting to that. It was fine. Second serve here for de Minaur. Good. Bublik backhand up the line. What a backhand from de Minaur, but Bublik just a little flick of the wrist up at the net and just somehow clears the net into the corner.
Yeah.
Wild shot, and Bublik laughing about it.
13, ladies and gentlemen, once again, please
Yes, the crowd's being told.
Thank you.
We have a hall monitor outside. Maybe she could go and take care of things.
Absolutely, because I wouldn't argue back.
All right, so still a game point, and de Minaur actually gives Bublik a thumbs up. He was very impressed by that shot. We're actually seeing a replay. He couldn't believe it either. 40-30 serve is into the body. De Minaur digs out a forehand. Good. Bublik back into a de Minaur inside-out forehand. Slice up the line. Now Bublik on the run with the forehand that's into the net that gets us to 5-1.
Whoa, and Bublik just not moving fast enough to that ball because I thought it was gettable, Mike. De Minaur, that was not a good shot at the net. And for a moment, well, we all held our breath.
No, I didn't hold my breath. I mean, it's 4-1, 2 breaks. I can't.
You can't see it happening, can you?
I just can't.
Maybe I'm just hopeful.
Well, you did make a prediction earlier today, Kate. Remind me what your prediction was for this match, if you wouldn't mind, as Bublik puts away. Oh, no, he doesn't. He hits it right to de Minaur, who hits a backhand, and Bublik just dumps the volley into the net.
Yeah,
Remind me, if you wouldn't mind. Sometimes I have some memory, like slips.
Yes, I said de Minaur in 3 sets.
Oh, is that what you said?
Yes, I certainly did.
I must have written that down
said something
wrong.
like 6-4, 6-1, and maybe 6-2.
Wow, you were prescient. Serve from Bublik off the net and good, so another one is upcoming. That's another reason why I don't make it predictions.
No, that's right.
Because then if in an hour I'm going to be just completely wrong. Another first serve up the tee, forehand de Minaur. Bublik can't dig that up. It's another return right on top of the baseline. Near flawless performance here from Alex de Minaur, who's not done yet. He is absolutely locked in. He wants to finish strong.
Yeah, and he wants to finish now.
Yes, he does.
On his toes, waiting to receive.
Serve up the tee, chip return lane short. Bublik backhand up the line. He caught the line. It's 15-30.
15-30.
That's a regulation shot and should be making that, but he has missed so many of those this evening, Bublik.
34. That's how many he's missed on his terms. Serve out wide. Lob return's going to miss. 30-all.
30-all.
Well, my prediction of the 6-2 in the third is starting to look good.
It looks, well, I mean, I think it's probably, 60-40 from here in favor of Bublik winning this game at 30-all on his terms. Back in return, Bublik is going to launch that. Oh, I got it. I don't have it. Ball kid made a good catch. You know what we have? Match point.
We do, and that came across very quickly. Did not see this coming.
No, this has been straightforward. Bublik waiting for the crowd to quiet. Now ready to go. 1-5-30-40. Serve, Bublik, tee, net. Ready to go on this second for Bublik. Good. De Minaur forehand to a Bublik backhand slice. De Minaur with a backhand up the line. Volley, Bublik, good. De Minaur can't track that one down. Bit of a swat volley from Bublik, who has a fake sarcastic fist pump towards his team.
Yeah, he does.
At deuce.
Well, de Minaur usually is pretty good at getting those balls back, but that one had some bite and it just disappeared on him.
It was a weird volley. I don't even know how to describe it. Serve up the tee. De Minaur backhand to a Bublik backhand off the net and good. De Minaur in behind a backhand. Bublik forehand. De Minaur volley. Bublik lob from the net. Misses long. Another match point. I mean, I want to describe that volley too, because de Minaur was on a stretch because it looked like he was using a continental grip to hit a drop shot, but instead he rotated his whole arm to swat it.
Yeah.
So the grip was drop shot.
And to get the clearance.
And then just flattened it out.
That's nuts.
Match point, serve out wide, lob return long.
Yes.
It was pretty, I mean, the hand skills to do that, it's just blowing my mind.
It's incredible.
No time in between points right now from Bublik. Ready to go. Serve. Tee. And short return. Bublik drop shot towards the ad side. De Minaur there. Tries to flick it across the low part of the net. Can't do it. It's into the net.
Well, that's the first drop shot that de Minaur hasn't got to. Really was unable to run that ball down for the first time tonight.
Game point, Bublik, serve net. Long.
And it just shows you how hard it is to win those points on de Minaur.
Serve is good, backhand, Bublik in behind it. Just kind of golfs a volley long.
Yeah, he tried to take that volley on the,
I mean,
the full.
we're analyzing this like it's a real tennis match at
I
this
know.
moment. I mean, it's fait accompli at
It
this
really
point,
is.
you know?
We're just going through the motions here, folks.
Deuce, serve, tee, long. Second upcoming here from Bublik, ready to go. Good. De Minaur back into a Bublik backhand cross that's yanked wide. Another match point for Alex de Minaur. Again, the crowd rises to meet the moment.
They're a bit slow to it.
And they have to hurry because Bublik is waiting. He was ready to go at 22 on the serve clock. Serve on match point. Tee. De Minaur with a forehand, Bublik backhand cross. De Minaur digs out a backhand cross. Bublik backhand to a De Minaur backhand slice. Bublik backhand cross. De Minaur backhand slice up the line. Running forehand from Bublik is into the net. That was clinical. Absolute dissection there from Alex de Minaur. And to the delight of this crowd at Rod Laver Arena, Alex de Minaur back into the quarterfinals. 6-4, 6-1, 6-1. And it wasn't even that close.
No, it really wasn't. Alex de Minaur, what a performance here this evening. Crowd just on their feet. And I have to say, for the most part, we really didn't hear much from this mostly, well, I would think, Australian audience. But I think they were a little somewhat stunned by just how easily de Minaur won that tonight.
I'm also going to say I think part of it is due to the fact as he leaves the court right now, Alexander Bublik, who could run to the fourth round, obviously.
Yeah.
Part of it due to the fact that de Minaur, part of what makes him so exciting is his ability to run side to side, track down a lot of balls. Bublik didn't help.
No, that's right.
He missed too many.
Yeah, that's right. So we didn't get those long exchanges that we normally see and that we have seen so far in de Minaur's matches. And, you know, we were talking about that's usually what we were expecting him to do to be able to win tonight.
Right.
To, you know, have those long points, but they didn't happen, and still he gets through with a, well, that's a crazy scoreline.
Second straight quarterfinal for Alex de Minaur, and that's obviously incredibly important. He also defends his points, sets himself up for seeding in other events over the next couple of months.
So he goes on to see Alcaraz in the quarterfinals.
But let's hear from him and Jim Courier now.
Alex, 1 hour and 32 minutes for you to get through into the next round. That was mightily impressive. Let's just start with your game. Let's start there. From your lens, what was working well? From where we were sitting, it looked like everything was.
Yeah, look, I knew what I was in for today. Bublik is a hell of a player. He's got so much firepower. I lost to him the last couple times, so I made sure I wanted to be ready to go from the first point to the last. And yeah, I was locked in. It was all about neutralizing his big ground strokes and doing my best to get him on the move. And it all kind of worked perfectly today, so super happy.
He's been on an absolute tear. He won the first term of this year in Hong Kong. He's got his ranking up into the top 10. And he'd beaten you the last two times. One of them at a major at Roland Garros, and you were up 2-0. So was this a little bit of revenge tonight?
Yeah, I was definitely thinking about the last two matches I played in. Look, he's super dangerous, right? He can hit winners off anything, basically. Take the rhythm out of the match and almost make it as scrappy as possible. So for me, I just had to be locked in from the first point to the last. Huge mental effort and on to the quarter, so job done.
I love the expression locked in, and I think that perfectly describes where you've been this tournament. You've only lost one set en route to your second quarterfinal in a row here at the Australian Open. Is this the best form that you've had at an Australian Open so far?
Yeah, look, I think the last 2 matches I've played, I've hit the ball extremely well. I'm super pleased with my level. I feel like I'm doing everything I want on the court, and yeah, I'm excited for the next one. That's going to be a big one, right? So I'm going to have to come out here guns blazing, and I'm excited for a battle against Carlitos.
Yes, Carlos Alcaraz is who awaits. I suspect it'll be in 2 nights' time. He's playing okay himself. What are some of the things that tomorrow on your day of preparation, what does that look like for those who may not know what a life of Alex de Minaur is on a day off? What are you going to get up to?
Well, I'm going to do my best to sleep in. That's a start. Get myself a good coffee to start off the day. Second point. And look, as far as preparation, I mean, I've hit enough tennis balls recently, so I'm not gonna need to do too much. I'm hitting the ball great, so I'll have a nice easy session groove, about 30-45 minutes, another 30-45 minutes in the gym, and ultimately just relax a little bit, enjoy my time here in Melbourne, and get ready for an absolute battle in a couple of days' time.
We're going to get to that here in a second. I'm going to let you go in a second. You can go anytime you want. You're actually not a captain.
Happy to be.
You're happy to be here? Okay, good. The other night, we did have a chat about something that brings you great happiness, no doubt, and that's your impending marriage. You're going to get married later this year. And I don't know if Katie's still in the building, but we had like a little discussion, a little one-on-one time. It was nice. There were 15,000 other people, but it felt one-on-one. And I hope I didn't get you in trouble. Was everything okay back there? Was it like, I feel like I overstepped my bounds?
In trouble?
Yeah.
No, it's all chilled. I mean, we've got a great relationship. No, she trusts me and trusts my judgment, right? At least that's what I believe. You know, she's actually currently on a flight to London, so she was telling me that she was able to watch the match on the plane. So she's a great one, and yeah, no, we're good, mate. Sweet. Don't worry.
I feel so much better, and you should feel great because you were awesome tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, he's still going. It's Alex de Minaur.
Yeah, I was here during that interview, and I also got a little tight there because it was a little awkward. But yeah, listen, they are pretty chill. As soon as the match is over, Alex de Minaur very chill.
The 50-50?
The 51%
oh, the
versus
51.
49%.
Yeah, right.
Let's see. What do we put in there? 49%. Yes, this after Katie Bolter on Instagram put 51% shareholder the other day. So a little bit of a message between the two lovebirds who are on now opposite sides of the world. So Alex de Minaur is going to be signing a couple of autographs here for fans in the stands as well as we head towards a women's match. And listen, we mentioned it, Carlos de Minaur. We've got 2 quarterfinals now set. Alcaraz, de Minaur, Zverev, Cain on this top half of the draw.
Yes.
I mean, that is a lot of fun. You have 2, I guess you would say, more proven guys who have that ability to be in Grand Slam finals, and 2 guys who are looking to get deep and towards their first Grand Slam final, in de Minaur and Cain. And also the other big news of the night, of course, Kate, that Jakub Minčić is pulling out of this event after re-injuring an abdominal issue against Ethan Quinn. Novak Djokovic is into the quarterfinals. On the bottom half awaits the winner of tomorrow's match between Musetti and Fritz, and certainly one.
Yeah, that's quite the walkover, isn't it?
It is, because Novak gets to rest those older legs at this stage, and he'll need them. If again, I'm just going to go if seeds hold from here, would be Fritz, Sinner, Alcaraz. That would be the path. So having an extra couple days to physically prepare for that will be huge for a man who just has had some success here.
And that would have put some pep in his step. I mean, you never want to see your opponents go out like that. Of course, you want to beat them, but that is so helpful for his campaign.
We also, of course, have gotten through 3 fourth-round battles already today on the women's side, with 1 more still to come. And that's going to be coming up next with Svitolina and Andreeva. Do you have any final thoughts, Kate, before you and I sneak out into the night?
We are sneaking out into the night, but I am going to be watching this match because I think this is going to be an absolute cracker. I believe Andreeva will make it through to the final. That is my prediction.
You're not even making a prediction for tonight. You're just skipping everything, jumping ahead.
But I think this match is going to be 3 sets.
I'm going to just say one thing, and hi to YouTube. Let people have their joy, Kate. Let people have their joy. That's all I'm going to say.
I am the joy taker.
Kate, I had some joy tonight.
Oh,
I did have some joy
I always
tonight.
have joy when I sit next to you.
It was
so much
a lot
fun.
of fun.
Thank you.
Here's what's going to happen over the next couple of minutes. We're going to have Nat Edwards. She's going to give you a recap of the day in case you missed anything. If you're waking up in Europe, Nat will give you everything that you have missed so far. We're going to take a break, and then on the other side, Steve and Mark going to join you here for that match with Andreeva and Svitolina. You're listening to AO Radio.
Arena Sabalenka is through to her 13th straight Grand Slam quarter-final after a clinical straight sets victory over Canadian Victoria Mboko. The 6-1, 7-6 win was also the world number one's 20th straight victory on hard court against opponents ranked outside the top 10. Mboko pushed the two-time Australian Open champ in the final set, but Sabalenka wasn't about to lose a tiebreak, given she hasn't lost one in a Grand Slam since the 2023 Roland Garros semi-final.
You know, the tricky thing about playing the first match, don't get me wrong, I like to play the first match, but the tricky part with the sun, that like at some point the sun goes like right into your serving point, so it's kind of like tricky. So it's become not easy, but you can break the serve. So that's what actually happened. 2 breaks that she got, it was on the side that when I was facing the sun, and yeah, I didn't deal that good with the serve, but she done an incredible job serving on that side, and that's the tricky part. But I knew that she's going to be fighting. I knew that she's going to be trying. She kind of like has nothing to lose, and she showed incredible tennis in those moments when she broke my serve. But I was just focusing, staying in the moment, playing point by point, and trying to get this win.
Her next opponent, Iva Jovic, who needed just 53 minutes on Cain Arena to dispose of Yulia Putintseva. Jovic dominated the match, dropping only 1 game on her way to a 6-1, 6-love win, advancing to the quarterfinals at a Grand Slam for the very first time. Well, third seed Coco Gauff entered her match against Karolina Muchova, having beaten the 19th seed 4 times without dropping a set, and it looked as though that trend would continue. Gauff blitzing her opponent 6-1 in the opening set in half an hour. But Muchova turned the tables in the second set, pinching a set off the 2-time Grand Slam winner and sending the match to a decider. Gauff, though, wasn't letting a quarterfinal slip through her hands, regrouping to gain an early break in the third set, and she didn't look back, winning her way into the final 8.
Yeah, today was a tough match. Every time I play Carolina, it's feels tough out there on the court. And yeah, she's a talented player, so really just came down to a couple points in the third set that went my way.
Meantime, men's world number 1 Carlos Alcaraz has once again booked his place in the quarterfinals of the Australian Open after a straight sets victory against American Tommy Paul. For Alcaraz, the challenge now is to make a maiden semi-final berth here at Melbourne Park, something he's yet to achieve.
Well, I think in a Grand Slam it's always great winning straight sets, saving energy for the next rounds. And I think it's even better for yourself, you know, for the mind to have a win, such a great win against Tommy Paul, you know, in straight sets. So it gives you a lot of confidence coming to the quarterfinals. So I'm just really happy with the level that I played today, and I'm excited to see, how it's going to be in quarters.
Alcaraz to face the winner of tonight's match on Rod Laver Arena between 10th seed Alexander Bublik and Australia's Alex de Minaur. And finally, 3rd seed Alexander Zverev has booked his place in the final 8 after defeating 18th seed Francisco Cerundolo. The German into the quarterfinals here at Melbourne Park for the 5th time.
If you're looking to reclaim your game, try cardio tennis presented by Chemist Warehouse. This high-energy group class is where fitness meets fun. No competition, just genuine connection. Set to great music, you'll mix tennis drills with constant movement for a workout that never feels like work. And no need to be a pro, qualified coaches tailor the session for everybody at every level, whether you're new to tennis or coming back to the court. An hour of cardio tennis is guaranteed to smash stress, lift your mood and leave you feeling motivated and confident. Reclaim your game with cardio tennis presented by Chemist Warehouse. Book now at tennis.com.au.
Kids making a racket at home? Nothing hits like getting outside and on court. With Hot Shots Tennis, kids gain confidence, learn sport skills, and make friends. Perfect for kids aged 3 to 12. Book your free trial at a participating club. Hit up tennis.com.au. Hot Shots Tennis. It's different.
Have you got your copy of the AO 2026 official program? Packed with player profiles, feature stories, stats and souvenir pictures. It's the essential guide to the Australian Open and all things tennis. Pick up your copy at the AO shop, in newsagents or at ausopen.com.
Message our commentators. Go to ausopen.com/AO Radio and click on Ask the Booth.
Live around the world, this is AO Radio.
Don't feel under pressure to message our commentators. You don't have to. It sounded almost like an order.
That's right.
Message our commentators.
Give me something to read here up on the left here.
You don't have to. If you'd like to, though, we'd love to hear from you.
It would be nice to see.
Mark Hilawati, Steve Pearce with you now as we wrap up day 8. Day 8 of the Australian Open. And when I say wrap it up, we are here to wrap it up because there is one match left to come as we tick on to 9 o'clock in the evening. All the other matches around the venue are complete, but we do have one more match for you. In the women's fourth round, Elina Svitolina, the 12th seed from Ukraine, up against Mirra Andreeva, the youngster, the 18-year-old, the 8th seed, and they are striding down the the sort of
narrow hallway.
The narrow hallway, which now has images of, I presume it's meant to be Port Phillip Bay, as they walk down the big pond that surrounds Melbourne.
Not much room there now between the little walkway through there.
And then as they make it halfway down, we start to see the names of all those famous winners over the years on the women's side as these two get close to a quarter-final. One of them is going to be a quarter-finalist here at the Australian Open after tonight's contest. It's Andreeva, dressed in the yellow with the green and black diagonal stripes across her dress, who's striding her way down first, the 18-year-old, and following her looking a little bit more relaxed and a bit more bringing a different demeanour to the court is Elina Svitolina, the 31-year-old from Ukraine, who's been around a long time, but this is a big moment for her. We'll hear the players coming out to court.
It's like the junior versus the senior right here. It's the apprentice versus the master.
Please welcome to Rod Laver Arena from Ukraine, Elina Svitolina and Mirra Andreeva.
Warm applause as the pair walk out onto court, not together because they sort of split and divide just before they come on now, but they both head to their chairs as we prepare for this one. Gives us a chance, Mark. I know Mike and Kate did a great job over the last couple of hours bringing us that match between Bublik and Minaur, which has ended, I think it's fair to say, considerably earlier than most people thought. What did you make of the performance from Minaur?
All the pundits were strapping in for at least 4 sets, but that really just highlighted where Minaur is now with his game.
Come back to you in a minute. Let's go to Kelly Rusk, who's at the chair with both players for the coin toss.
Shot clocks on all 4 corners along with the towel boxes. Elina, if you want to take the white towel box, Mirra, you can take the blue towel box. ELC Live, so calling everything including foot faults, so play until you hear them call. And we also have video review, so if you want a review, you can wait till after the point and then let me know. Any questions? Elina, would you like AO or Mark Edmondson? Mark Edmondson, okay, Amelia? Mark Edmondson. Serve? Okay, can we just have a picture first with Mirra? So turn
Okay, so the formalities are finished, apart from the photograph, which Elina is not taking part in alongside Andreeva. She'll do a separate one, and that, of course, goes back to the Russian-Ukraine situation, which everyone, I'm sure, is, of course, fully across, so we don't need to dwell on that. But, of course, just in case you have got the TV on at the same time as listening to us on AO Radio, there won't be a handshake at the end of this, irrespective of the result, and both players fully aware of that. Right, Elina Svitolina has won the coin toss there and has elected to serve. But sorry, Mark, just before we dial in on this contest, you were just giving us your thoughts on Alex de Minaur.
It just really highlighted to me where Alex de Minaur is right now with his focus and with his intent. He really just rushed Bublik, gave him no time, was very close to the baseline, took the ball so early, and was just the puppeteer. He had Bublik wherever he wanted him. He was just moving him around left and right, and it was pretty much toying with him for most of that match. And you could hear at one stage Bublik was complaining about the lack of speed in the court and how slow it was. And you'd think that would be more of a hindrance to de Minaur, who doesn't generate the power, but he nullified that by being so close to the baseline and taking the ball so early and hitting the balls on the rise and giving Bublik no time. And it also shows, in the past Bublik's talked about he doesn't really want to push himself with his workload that will interfere with his lifestyle and his work rate. He's very comfortable being thereabouts and doesn't want to dedicate every waking moment to his tennis. He enjoys his lifestyle and where he's at. He's making good coin. He's playing good tennis.
Got himself up in the top 10?
Yep, can beat some players. Will probably more than likely not get to a final of a slam because you need more than just talent. Yep. You need to do those hard yards. And, unfortunately today he got really exposed due to that against someone who focuses so much of his daily task in performing at his best when it steps onto the court. So hats off to de Minaur. He just really put on an exhibition, and it's going to be exciting for his next. I think he's got Alcaraz.
He does.
Next. So great that he's fresh, a lot of petrol in the tank, ready to go. So that should be an exciting match because he's going to be able to do a similar thing, really counter attack Alcaraz. He probably won't I don't think he can get blown off the court like against the Sinner, so he's going to be thereabouts. So that'll be tight. Alcaraz will have to maintain his focus level play for a long period of time. If he has those dips that he's well known for, that can just give Alex momentum and things can run away.
The head-to-head is not encouraging for Alex.
No, throw that out the window. That's only history, That's it's right now. And that just gives Alex more chance to beat him. So I'm still a chance.
That's exactly right.
You're not going to beat me 78 times in a row, that's for sure.
Well, they've played 5 times, and de Minaur yet to get any taste of success against Alcaraz, and of course hasn't beaten Sinner either. So they are, of course, the benchmark for everyone in the men's game at the moment. So Alex de Minaur threw in straight sets. If you missed, also Lerner Tien threw in 3 dominating sets against Daniil Medvedev this evening as well.
So different to last year for those two players who faced off against each other in a monster battle.
That's exactly right, yes. There's no monster battle finishing at 3 o'clock in the morning this year. It was over really in the blink of an eye. About 30 seconds or so of the warm-up to go before Andreeva and Svitolina get going. What do you think? What are we looking out for here? What sort of style of match are you anticipating?
Yeah, Andreeva is just going to be the one who's going to really take to Svitolina. She's got more pace off the serve, probably hits a little bit bigger, moves a little bit better around the court. I think she's really going to try to expose this Svitolina second serve and really try to dominate and make the server move as much as possible and just keep her off balance and just keep her moving. This will be a really good test for Andreeva. It's a big stage for her.
It is. Yeah.
Playing someone who's very experienced. Svitolina does not go away. If you're going to beat her, you've really got to play at your highest level. She's very, very competitive.
4th round is as good as Mirra has done here. She's done better at Roland Garros, certainly, with a quarter and a semi and a quarter at Wimbledon, so she knows how to get past this stage. And, of course, Svitolina former semi-finalist at Wimbledon and quarters everywhere else, including here last year. As we get things underway with Andreeva with a lovely forehand down the line for the clean winner. In fact, both players last year lost to the finalists. In the quarterfinals, Svitolina went down to Madison Keys in 3 sets, and in the 4th round, Mirra Andreeva lost to Elina Sabalenka. We all know what happened eventually when those two met in the final. Right here, Svitolina looking to get on the board in this opening service game. Backhands the pair hit from behind the baseline until Svitolina switches to a forehand, pushes long. 30.
And I think that's also the wing that Andreeva will try to attack when she's got time to generate some pace to the Svitolina forehand. Just loses control when the ball comes quicker. She much prefers to have some time on that side.
Onto the forehand that time of Svitolina. Andreeva has settled the better of the pair at the moment as Svitolina pulls a forehand wide into the tram lines, and immediately, having chosen to serve after winning the toss, Mark has spat up 3 break points. Hindsight's a beautiful thing, isn't it? She's very confident in her decision. Hopefully that does, for her, that doesn't backfire here as the Seagulls decide to join the party. Isn't that a happy moment when that happens? Squawking above. I know Mike, who's left the commentary box, he'll be delighted to hear those. Into the net this time, as you would have heard from Svitolina. So second serve and triple break point for Andreeva here on Rod Laver Arena. Ends this, but it's just catching the net cord, going over on the second serve. Heard the voice of Kelly Rask in the umpire's chair this evening. Still a huge crowd inside Rod Laver Arena. A few spaces from people who've gone out to get a bite and a drink. Onto the forehand of Andreeva goes Svitolina, and then the backhand from the 8th seed. Back behind her, Svitolina. That was better from her.
15-14.
It's good moving from Svitolina. It's a good deep backhand on the first shot from Andreeva. Beautiful balance. Long-footed Andreeva, who was running to the open court. 1 break point saved.
1, but still 2 to come. Sliced forehand. We see that a bit from Andreeva, but usually it goes in. That time it went long. Bit of star power, of course, in both player boxes. Gael Monfils in the Svitolina box and Conchita Martinez in the Andreeva box.
Who's won the Grand Slam out of those two? Cheetah. Which one?
French, isn't it?
Wimbledon? No?
Oh, was it Wimbledon? Yes, you're right. Onto the backhand here, Svitolina with the pair behind the baseline. Andreeva doing the same on the run. Then she chooses to go up the line, Andreeva, and pushed wide into the tram lines. Which year was that?
I've got to use my 1 bit of research and I've done it all
Which
week.
year was that?
Okay, which year? I'm going 90... No, 2000 and... Gee, I went 90, boys. 2007 I'm going.
2007, was it that late?
I don't know, I'm just guessing there.
Let's.
Going to your teletext of memory.
1994.
Oh, I
just slightly out.
Jeez, I started with the 90s and thought that was so far away.
Also was a runner-up at the French. So my brain, good old brain, not working quite so well. And of course at the 98 Australian Championships. Serving onto the Andreeva forehand that sprayed long and wide from the Andreeva. And Svitolina's doing well here, facing triple break point. She's dialed in here and has got herself to a game point.
And this is what Svitolina does so well. She's very competitive. Or thought that 3 break points had done and dusted the game. She fights back.
Serves a fault there though. Second serve onto the Andreeva forehand, slaps it straight back at Svitolina and does so again. Down the middle of the court, the pair go here on the forehands. Bit more angle on that. from Svitolina, so she brings in the backhand. Andreeva slicing very, very low, too low from the 8th seed, and Svitolina does extremely well there. After a very rocky start, it proves to be the right decision to serve first.
Right.
And she holds after 4 minutes of
Glad
this
we didn't doubt her in that
round.
situation.
No, we didn't doubt her
with
at
conviction
all.
right behind her. But the thing that the one area of Andreeva's game I feel like she can improve is her return to serve movements. Like that, she moves. Sometimes she stays a fair distance behind the baseline. She just moves parallel with the baseline. And when the serve gets swung out wide, like Svitolina did twice to the forehand, she can get caught out. She had to chip one, didn't do enough with it, and frame the next one. I much prefer to see her trying to transition forward and take the return a little bit earlier and with an angle just to eliminate the ball moving away. Make it far more effective, especially on the second serve. Got some firepower, got to use it.
Just out that time from
Lovely
Andreeva.
Ladies and gentlemen in the back of the court, if you can please sit down during play. Thank you.
Seems to be a reasonable thing to ask.
Not when I'm carrying a tray of drinks. I've
Thank
got
you,
to
ma'am.
keep on walking.
Please take a seat.
Yeah. Beat Martina Navratilova in that final in 1994 at Wimbledon. Forehand from Andreeva this time into the net, trying to go down the line.
For Andreeva, it kind of feels like she's got to be careful here that Svitolina just doesn't keep getting a lot of balls back, and Andreeva starts to really push the envelope and trying to do a lot more with her shots.
High ball from Andreeva, and she got the response she wanted of
15,
Svitolina,
30.
who's jumping into that forehand, trying to hit it cross court, sprayed it into the tram lines. You see that ball quite a bit from Andreeva. She just changing the pace, throwing in the moon ball, the high ball, just to get it to kick up high on her opponent. 15-30. Andreeva serves onto the forehand of Svitolina, and then a beautiful backhand from the 8th seed.
30 all.
Just glided that past Svitolina.
Yeah, she had plenty of time after that big first serve at 182 kilometres per hour. Svitolina not able to do a lot with that return. Andreeva could have gone anywhere there, cross court or down the line. Chose the quickest path straight up the line. Can't tell these seagulls to be quiet, that's for sure.
She could try, but they probably won't listen. Andreeva serves. That's too good for Svitolina. Lands just in, be put away by Andreeva at the net.
Quality first serve.
40-30.
That's one area that could be telling tonight. She serves at quite a good percentage. There's a lot of free points coming her way. Svitolina will have to try to do something different with her return position. If Andreeva gets on a bit of a roll with that serve.
40-30 then. Andreeva into the net. Second serve took a lot of pace off that, but it worked for her. Slice from Svitolina. Andreeva flat on the backhand. Now the same from Svitolina. Going cross court and then back more centrally. Down the line goes Svitolina, up with the defensive ball on the forehand from Andreeva. Lands just out. Big fist pump in response from Elina Svitolina to Juice.
A great backhand up the line there, so Svitolina. Andreeva's got to be careful she doesn't go too much toe-to-toe with the backhand to backhand. Svitolina will change direction like that and expose the movement. Quality backhand, not easy to do.
Serving out wide. Great serving from Mirra Andreeva. Svitolina lurching well outside the doubles alley just to get a racket on that.
Good response after that point. Comes up with the big first serve.
Interesting little fun fact. First teenager since Monica Seles did the feat to reach, as Svitolina puts her forehand wide, to reach the fourth round 3 consecutive years in her first 3 appearances. Svitolina coming right back in front of us here, dressed in the sleeveless orange top and white skirt/skirts.
Great relationship Andreeva and Martinez have.
Yeah.
It's very, very much like, it's almost like big sister, little sister kind of relationship. Yeah. Martinez has done a great job in fostering that.
She's certainly getting some good results out of the ever-maturing Mirra Andreeva.
Just a teenager. What is she doing in this mature world?
Who's been on this scene, and Svitolina disappointed with that forehand, dumps it into the net. One game all here on Rod Laver Arena. Steve Pearce, Mark Hilawati with you on AO Radio. Sunday night, relatively quiet Sunday night in Melbourne Park, considering all the other matches are finished, and had a couple of one-sided men's matches in the fourth round in the late afternoon and early into the evening, which means that we've just got this one contest here. That clips the tape from Andreeva. Stays in the point, though, Svitolina, and eventually the mistake comes from Mirra, going too long with the forehand.
It's quiet out here on around the grounds on the courts, but quite festive out there with the fans all around the venue today, this afternoon.
I suspect there'll still be a few people in deck chairs watching this one outside with a glass of something.
Very jovial out there.
Yeah. Svitolina serves, goes to the forehand, just a sliced forehand approach. So Svitolina does the same, comes to the net, but she is passed with comfort, ease and precision.
15-30.
Yeah. Svitolina did not look that comfortable moving forward with that little sliced forehand. Bit of smoke and mirrors as she came in behind that shot, hoping for a missed pass, but
wasn't near deep enough.
Yeah, not enough to trouble Andreeva on the run there, who guided that one beautifully up the line.
First ball into the net at 15-30. One game all opening set.
Bit of pressure here, second serve.
Yeah. Serving Svitolina. Backhand is aggressive from Andreeva. Too far.
30.
Good couple of feet beyond the baseline.
That's the return there, where that second serve goes middle of the court. Andreeva's moved to her right to play a backhand, so the ball's kind of swinging into her and jamming her. I'd love to see her just take one step to the left and use that forehand. You're going to hit that forehand off, get the ball running away from the server.
Andreeva defensively lands this deep. Svitolina attacks it. Then Andreeva again defensively. Again flattened out by Svitolina. There's the slice from Andreeva on the forehand. Then she goes a bit more regulation with a couple of forehands cross and then down the line. Svitolina goes back cross court. Just the high move ball kicking up. Svitolina this time attacks it well. Andreeva tries to stay in the points, but she can't. It goes wide into the tram lines.
40-30.
Great dictating there from Svitolina. Just so dogged with that forehand.
She handled that high bouncing ball much better on that occasion, didn't she?
I like those instinctive defensive skills there. Andreeva in trouble, changes the pace, just not deep enough, unfortunately. Svitolina took that loopy ball a good couple metres inside the baseline. It's the right tactic, just wasn't able to get the depth on it.
Svitolina serving at 40-30 and does it well to the backhand of Andreeva, who can only net. And we're on serve here, early stages of this one between Svitolina and Andreeva. Andreeva to serve next at 1-2. aoradio@tennis.com.au. That's the email that you can come through to us here in the commentary box. Mark would be delighted to hear from you. Just remember to pop your name and where you're contacting us from. The competition has passed us by because we had a winner. It was, I think from memory, Dave from London. I want to say it was Dave. He was definitely from London.
Do we know what his...
He was. It was a Star Wars one.
Ooh.
It was a Star Wars one. It had, now let me think, Rod Laver was involved, and some other people.
If you throw Rod Laver in your answer, there's a very
start,
good chance. Or if you had thrown in Pete Mercado, you would have just penciled that victory in.
I think you had to be a tennis player, though.
Well, of quality.
Well, I think of higher quality than Pete can deliver.
Oh, well, some may say his Thursday night antics is...
I don't know about his antics, but I was talking about his tennis abilities.
Highest of quality.
Have you ever stood toe-to-toe with Peter on a tennis court?
Not on a tennis court, no.
Right. Oh, yeah, so in another environment.
Yeah, we've tangoed together many a times, but he's a very forceful lead, let me tell you.
Thank you.
That left hand of his gets a little low on my spine sometimes, but, he's got some moves.
Well, that's one way of telling him. He'll be listening.
He's a radio version of Ricky Martin there with the hips. Very, very limber.
Andreeva here, ready right in front of us here in the commentary box. We've got a good view of this one as Andreeva sets herself and serves to the forehand of Svitolina. And then right round cross court into the opposite corner goes Andreeva on the Svitolina backhand. They exchange blows. Andreeva goes up the line, missed it by a couple of feet into the tram lines.
That's where Andreeva just feels like still a bit of a junior or a teenager in those scenarios. Just choice of shot that was never going to come off.
Or just low percentage.
Yeah, very low percentage. Trying to go up the line from that kind of ball.
Serves a fault.
Sustaining.
Should have just stayed cross.
Yeah.
Yep.
Sustaining the pressure against Svitolina.
Takes a bit off this to land it in onto the backhand of Svitolina. This time goes up the line, just trying to keep that ball in play. Svitolina with a cut,
15.
swatty type of forehand, but it flew long. 15-all.
Just important to notice both service games for Svitolina, love 40 down and also 15-30 second serve. So Andreeva's had some opportunities. Don't want to have too many of those that slip away.
15-all. Andreeva serves. The forehand from Svitolina clips the tape and flew. Instead of being a backhand, it turned into a forehand for Andreeva. She adjusted well, but then made an absolute meal of the forehand. Pushed it well wide. So here's half a sniff of an opportunity for Elina Svitolina. 15-30. Serves a fault. You can use the Ask the Booth form to contact us as well through the app, the AO app or ozopen.com. That's another way you can contact us. Takes a lot off this second serve as Andreeva, but she still missed it long, and it's 15-40. So here's a chance for Svitolina to get her nose ahead in this opening set.
I'd love to know from our listeners all around the world, if they do play a little bit of tennis, like what tennis player do they kind of model their game, or do they find is a little bit similar?
Yeah. Or who they'd like to be, or they'd like to be able to play like, and they can,
We bumped into Johnny Mack as we're walking through the walls.
We did.
And I've always dreamt of throwing my racket as far as him, but never could. I modelled my racket throwing and my abuse of myself and all others.
Just never quite delivered the similar results.
No.
30-40 here. Andreeva served an ace. Can she do it again? She goes out wide. It's going to sit up for her to... Oh, she had an opportunity to put that away. Really awkward volley at the net. And Andreeva has put that awkward high volley long beyond the baseline, and Svitolina has broken serve. Mirra Andreeva had a real opportunity to close out that point, but she made a hash of that.
Yeah, it's not the most natural when they transition forward, both Svitolina and Andreeva. Fairly regulation volley, if it had gone cross court.
She made it look super awkward. So 3-1 to the Ukrainian. Ready and serves into the net. Still a few people flooding back in after sustenance has been gained outside.
Good eating and drinking out there too. It's beautiful food.
Absolutely. Oh, right at the body of Andreeva. She did quite well with the slice. And Svitolina, who may have been hoping that ball wasn't coming back, put her forehand wide into the tram lines. Love 15.
Case if I see your slice forehand, and I'm going to match it with my slice forehand. Nowhere near as good. Andreeva's got to really work hard this game here. Break.
Clips the tape and flies wide.
This is where I like to see Andreeva get a little closer inside the court here, put some physical pressure on.
Has a go at this on the forehand to Svitolina's backhand. The slice from Andreeva is high, so it can flatten out for Svitolina to attempt to hit that. Hit the tape, though. And Andreeva, again, didn't adjust well to the ball that hit the tape and pushed a forehand long beyond the baseline, 15-all.
So that second serve was only 126 kilometres per hour, and Andreeva was quite neutral with her return. In that situation, she needs to be able to be a bit more aggressive so she can take control of the point from that return to serve. Otherwise, Svitolina is going to be the one who's going to dictate and make the youngster move. Like this one right here.
Serve Svitolina. Forehand from Andreeva is pretty good. Both women low over the net, then a bit more height from Andreeva. On the forehand, that's horrible, horrible pull, mishit from Andreeva trying to go cross court. But she takes it calmly and moves across to the ad court.
Svitolina quite happy to go forehand to forehand. It's Andreeva. A little bit of a horror patch here off that ground stroke. A few errors.
So Svitolina here. Serves to the forehand of Andreeva. She went down the middle, then rocks back, plays a really nice forehand, Svitolina, and then doesn't play a really nice forehand. Tried to replicate the same off forehand, but pushed it wide and long. 30-all. Tricky decision for the schedulers of this tournament coming up, Mark, for tomorrow, with the news of Jakub Menšik being forced to pull out of his match with Novak Djokovic tomorrow night. Serve from Elina Svitolina is a beautiful ace down the middle. So if we glance at the schedule, which now of course I'll have to put my glasses on. I actually brought up view by court. You see that's not much use. I wanted the date. Australia Day, so we'll come back to that in a minute. Onto the forehand racket this time of Andreeva, and this time Andreeva goes backhand cross court. Svitolina brings it back centrally. Andreeva says, no, I want to stay on that angle. Clip of the tape almost from both women. Very, very low over the net from Svitolina. Eventually it hit the tape, fell back on her side to Deuce.
Right here, Svitolina. This is where got to really do something with this return. With Svitolina on the move from the get-go. Try to control and dictate.
At Deuce. Serving, looking for that ace. She didn't miss that by much. No, just a bit long.
This is the opportunity here. Andreeva.
Svitolina serves. Andreeva goes with the big forehand. Got some good depth on that. Can she attack again? Goes up the line, comes to the net. Doesn't have to play a volley. Svitolina pulling that backhand wide into the tram lines. I would have been tempted to make sure Andreeva had to hit a volley there after her last efforts at the net. Nevertheless, she couldn't, and Andreeva has a break point.
And a better return there. Andreeva got Svitolina moving on the first one. Exposed some court on the second shot.
Serves out wide, Andreeva on the double-hander. That backhand, she skips in again to the baseline. Svitolina's pulled that wide into the tram lines again. The break of serve disappears in the blink of an eye. She cannot hold to consolidate, and Andreeva gets this back on serve at 2-3 after 21 minutes on AO Radio.
So as you were talking about the scheduling, there's still a gap there in the schedule to see. So there's going to be a revision, we imagine, at some stage.
You would have thought so. So I'm just having a look on the app to see if there's been any other updates.
Sinner is on at 6 p.m. on Margaret Court Arena.
Which
is an unusual one. You wouldn't think he'd want to be out there, but
I think he was keen on an evening match. And if you're not going to be the evening match because Novak's playing that,
and because Maddie Inglis is playing Swiatek, Australia Day first up, you'd expect that. So he didn't want to probably wait around till have a late match. And guessing with the heat, he didn't want to get on during the daytime.
But now it's a tricky situation to move Jannik Sinner, because a lot of people will have purchased Margaret Court Arena tickets on the basis that the double defending champion is playing there.
Yeah, and the double defending champion will probably have a little bit more sway and going, no, I'm sticking to that court right now.
But then that leaves an awkward situation of a women's singles fourth round match, and then what for the evening session on centre court?
Maybe Shelton Rudd that gets moved across.
Yep. Where are they playing?
They're over John Cain.
Not before 5:30 on John Cain. Yes, that probably will be the one which, somebody always misses out, of course, when one match just never happens. Andreeva puts this simply away at the net on the backhand. You can't really get away. You do end up robbing Peter to pay Paul to a certain extent, because there will, of course, be people, keen to see that match on John Cain, and well, maybe it will get moved to Laver. We'll find out anyway.
I've got a few friends that could fill the void there. That might want to just jump out and do a little exhibition.
On centre court?
On centre court. I've got a good friend, Justin. He'll be up there. He'll be ready to roll. Big forehand, big serve.
An exo with some of Mark's friends is following the match between
He's a handy guitarist
Maddie Inglis and Iga Swiatek.
He could throw a little show.
Backhand goes Andreeva there, and then onto the forehand, looking for some depth. Well covered off by Svitolina. Svitolina goes with her own forehand straight down the middle of the court, low, until Andreeva puts a forehand into the net.
15-all.
So the full schedule for tomorrow sees Jess Pegula up against Madison Keys. That's a terrific looking contest from 11:30 local time in Melbourne. And then not before 2, Lorenzo Musetti and Taylor Fritz go head-to-head for a place in the quarterfinals. And then that match between Inglis and Swiatek is the first match up on this court, Rod Laver Arena, tomorrow night. Andreeva's being hugely applauded there for a nice redirect of the ball straight to the ball kid at the net. It was a beautiful catch as well.
It's the simple things.
Lovely 1-2. Serving here, Andreeva, backhand from Svitolina, goes straight back at the 8th seed. Stays with no angle, bit more height on this from Andreeva. And Svitolina wants none of that, runs around a forehand, lovely angle, very defensive from Andreeva. Eventually it pays as Andreeva's ball floats long beyond the baseline.
And this is the tough thing against Svitolina. She just keeps on coming at you, irrelevant the score. She lost her service game. Disappointed after breaking Andreeva. Now she's got an opportunity here at 15:30.
Seagulls or people? Anything. Something put Mirra off. Anyway, now she's ready. 15:30, serves too long. Read out the statement from Jakub Medcik if you're just hearing that news that he's pulled out of his match with Novak Djokovic tomorrow. That must have only just gone in the box from Andreeva. Kind of got away with that. That was pretty close to another double. Anyway, she'll take it. Put away the high forehand for the winner, 30-all.
Great second serve. A lot of kick and bounce.
Super close to the sideline. Nicely done. The ball bounces. Mirra, now she's ready. Serves, trying to go out wide, but that was a good couple of feet into the tram lines. Svitolina moves a little closer to the baseline to receive this one. Runs around onto her forehand, goes cross court. Andreeva happy to meet that. That was very flat from Svitolina, huge net cord. Andreeva comes up to the net, but she's going to be passed. He was brought in by that net cord. The apology comes from Svitolina. Andreeva really no chance there. Just marooned. And a break point for Svitolina again for what would be the 3rd consecutive break.
Yeah, that short ball forehand had to have a lot more pace on it. You go into the Svitolina backhand. When she has time, she's going to be able to hit that shot every day of the week.
Andreeva then serving heavily to the backhand of Svitolina. Oh, and Andreeva's just dumped a regulation rally cross-court backhand into the net. So we do have another break of serve here. And Svitolina gets her nose ahead. Also, at the same time, trying to redirect a bug off the court. I don't know exactly what type of bug. We didn't get a close-up. I can see it scurrying away, though. Can you see it there, Mark?
Yeah.
Just moving away
like
very wisely.
Very small.
Ooh, nearly got clobbered by a ball that went past from a ball kid. But
very small dinosaur, I think, almost.
It's making haste towards the camera pit, isn't it?
Smart.
Moving quickly.
Wait,
there it is.
We'll hear a
There's
scream.
the close-up.
We'll hear a scream from the camera people, that's for sure.
Some sort of beetle-type looking thing. It's a wild forehand from Svitolina as she tries for the 2nd time to consolidate her break of serve. She couldn't manage it in the last game. And she do it this time. Not a good start, love 15.
Jonathan, I'll get to your message shortly. He lives in Switzerland. Fantastic little story about Johnny Mac.
Oh, lovely. Elina Svitolina serves down the middle. Andreeva gets this back with the forehand, just using the pace, and then goes cross-court with her own backhand. Stays on the backhand up the line. This time it clips the tape from Andreeva. Svitolina corrects herself perfectly and goes back to the Mirra Andreeva forehand, which breaks down again up the line.
Yeah, Andreeva's having a tough time being able to accumulate points in a row or high-quality points in a row. It's like one step forward, one step back. Elina's not hitting too many winners, but she's forcing a lot of errors.
16 unforced for Andreeva at this point. There's an ace out wide from Svitolina. Great stuff.
It's an effective serve there out wide. It's where Andreeva doesn't come forward. She just moves sideways.
8 winners for 16 unforced for Andreeva to this point, and 4 winners for 10 unforced for Svitolina. So a little bit of a messy start to this contest, but nevertheless, Svitolina has the advantage. Comes in, plays a slice backhand up the line. It's going to be passed, though, on the run. Andreeva made that one beautifully. Forehand.
13.
Nice. Svitolina just clapping the racket there, acknowledging that was a fairly good shot. You've got to be covering the down-the-line ball on that kind of approach shot. Full run.
Just not deep enough again, really. Had a bit of side spin on it, which made it a little bit awkward, but It just landed in between the service box and the baseline halfway, so just not really deep enough for the approach as Svitolina goes, and there's a forehand, just a little bunt really from Andreeva. Up goes the defensive ball, lands in. Svitolina scurrying back, plays a forehand on the run. Can she get to this? No, she can't quite get there. Svitolina right in front of us. Frustrated. She had the advantage in that point, but just let it slip. And it's a break-back point again for Mirra Andreeva.
Svitolina almost stopped after that, letting that lob bounce with that forehand. She probably thought that ball was going out. But I really find it, you can see the players that are not as comfortable at net when they get past. There's no lunging effort to cover the ball.
Lands in from Andreeva off the serve. Great angle from Svitolina defensively. Up from Andreeva. Should be smashed away and is. Svitolina puts that ball away with the drive volley. And saves the break point. Desperate to consolidate the break of serve here and get out to a 5-2 lead.
I love seeing champions come back with a big response after losing an important point. They always seem to come up with something of high quality. Svitolina answered that one.
Serves here, backhand from Andreeva.
Nets, just not covering the court, not sure where to go. So whenever you're able to pass someone and they're stranded like that.
Just looked very awkward, didn't it? Yep. So break point again for Mirra Andreeva. Good serving though. Andreeva gets this back in. It's slammed away with the high off forehand. Beautifully done at the net. That type of net coverage is right in Elina Svitolina's wheelhouse.
Yeah. Great, another net movement after being past the point before. Just keep on going. It's the right thing to do. It's the right thing to do. Do it.
Played just over half an hour on centre. Svitolina trying to get out to a 5-2 lead. Serves. Andreeva this time can only dump a backhand into the net. And Svitolina with a bit of energy and a bit of zest grabs some balls and now has a game point here for 5-2. Goes through her familiar routine and serves. And that's into the net from Andreeva, went down the middle, forehand into the net from Andreeva. Nicely done by Elina Svitolina. This time she holds, and she leads by 5 games to 2 in this opening set.
And landing 2 big first serves when needed.
Just before we get to that message, so I'll just read out the statement from Jakub Menchik. This is a tough one to write. After doing everything we could to keep going, I have to withdraw from the Australian Open due to an abdominal muscle injury that has progressed over the last matches. After long discussions with the team and doctors, we decided not to step on court tomorrow. Even though I'm disappointed, making the 4th round here for the first time is something I will carry with me for a long time. I felt so much energy from the fans, and the atmosphere in Melbourne was truly special. Thank you to my team for being with me every step, and to everyone sending messages and cheering. It means more than you know. Now it's time to recover properly.
Well said.
Well said by Jakub Menchik. He moves on, as does Novak, who doesn't have to play.
That's
and goes straight into the quarterfinals. That's
a nice work environment right there. Have a nice day off. And I'll go back to this message from Jonathan, who's in Switzerland. He goes, "Hi guys, Johnny Mack ruined my volleying. I'm more or less of the same age as Johnny Mack. He's a few months older than me, I think. I had a reasonably classic 1960s volleying style. Since that's when I started playing with the old wooden rackets. Suddenly, this guy is hitting the most beautiful volleys with a dangling racket head on his racket. I thought, well, if he can do it, I can." Wrong. There's only one reason Johnny Mack could hit those volleys the way he did. He had talent beyond any normal definition of ability. Sadly, my volleying hasn't recovered. Still pretty good at the net with touch volleys.
That's nice. That's a great message. Nicely put away by Svitolina. Got the short ball to put that away on the backhand.
I think Johnny Mack might have also ruined a couple of servers who saw him standing with his back to the baseline almost, and then his huge rotation.
2-5 Andreeva serving, trying to stay in this opening set.
Moral of the story is only one J Mack there.
Yeah, that's right.
You do you as best you can.
Serving him. Oh, Svitolina just dismisses that second serve and slaps a backhand cross court. Supreme quality from the Ukrainian.
That's a much better return. She received a big kicking one on the last service game from Andreeva that really threw her well outside the court. That one, she smothered the bounce. Got it before it got tall. Good couple metres inside the baseline.
Andreeva looking for the ace out wide. Svitolina's just a couple of points from the first set here.
She's inside the court again, ready to attack. I like this move from Svitolina.
Serves, backhand again, quite aggressive. Andreeva's there, low down, goes up the line. Svitolina repels it with her own forehand on the run, makes the backhand cross court. Andreeva hits the net with her backhand, and it's 3 set points for Elina Svitolina.
And this is what the experience tells us. She realises that this is important. She takes a couple of returns early, puts some physical pressure on the youngster. She was down in her opening service games of this match, and now 3 set points.
Big moment as Andreeva serves, finds the net.
And she's got what she wants, a second serve. Here she is inside the court.
Walker taking a little extended time to get back to her spot. Andreeva serves, lands she ran around and had a huge wallop at the forehand.
I'm clapping that though, that's a good move. Although she missed, she ran around, took that on the forehand. That will say something to Andreeva right there. Those actions.
She's still going to come after me. Yep. So calm on the baseline, still facing 2 set points. Andreeva serves, backhand from Svitolina. This wasn't such a great shot on that occasion. It was a good first serve, and Svitolina are trying the off backhand, which would have been an extraordinary angle, only netted.
Andreeva still needs to save one more break point, set point.
Sets herself here, Andreeva at 30-40, serves. Backhand from Svitolina's quite good. On the run, makes the forehand, forcing Andreeva back. Kicks up quite high, got the mistake off Andreeva. It was a rally ball, it kicked up a little bit high, but it really shouldn't have prompted that sort of error from the 8th seed. But it did, and Elina Svitolina, and 36 minutes on Rod Laver Arena, has the first set of this 4th round match by 6 games to 2. And the coaching team
telling her to get off court. Get off court. She's going to go change, so she's going to go take some time. She's taken a little book with her as well, so
bit of sunscreen.
That'll have her notes in that book about this match, about some key words that she can then refocus on. So she's using this time just to settle herself, defrag, get rid of the baggage of that set. She had opportunities. Those first 2 service games to Svitolina, she had 40 love, she had 15-30, second serve, so she could have been 4 love up in that start of that match.
Certainly could have been, but and had plenty of other opportunities throughout the set as well, as there were breaks of serve exchanged, and she had certainly another opportunity to get back on serve at what would have been 3-all, but after that, Elina Svitolina was able to close out the set.
Would you love to know what's in
style.
that book? Yeah. And then I think Svitolina is going to go off to
the opposite corner. Yeah.
Yep, the opposite corner, either to the coach, or she may even go to IDF. She's going to the coach. There was a line official ready to chase her just in case she went to the bathroom. They'll always have to go to the bathrooms with an official just to make sure that no one else is in that locker room, as what's happened in the past. Sometimes there's someone there and there's no coaching allowed, which is a little bit silly when they can go.
On court anyway,
I know, it's almost like
sort of like an anachronism, really.
It's a little bit old schoolish just to follow them there, whereas now Svitolina's just gone straight to the coaching box and is using this time wisely.
All right, well, while they take in some coaching and some breaks from the court, etc., the first set to Svitolina over Andreeva, 6-2 on AO Radio. We'll have the second set for you in just, 90 seconds or so.
Downtime hits different with Tennis Court Hire. Whether it's a friend you want to see, a bit of time for me, or just finding an hour free, whatever you're into, get out on court. Tennis.com.au.
Kids making a racket? Nothing hits like Hot Shots Tennis. Perfect for kids aged 3 to 12. Book your free trial at a participating club. Hit up tennis.com.au. Hot Shots Tennis. It's different.
Australian Tennis Magazine has been serving up news, features and game insights for 50 years. Pick up your copy of Australia's only tennis publication or subscribe to have every issue delivered at tennismag.com.au and keep up with all things tennis via our social channels.
If you're looking to reclaim your game, try Cardio Tennis, presented by Chemist Warehouse. This high-energy group class is where fitness meets fun. No competition, just genuine connection. Set to great music, you'll mix tennis drills with constant movement for a workout that never feels like work. And no need to be a pro, qualified coaches tailor the session for everybody at every level, whether you're new to tennis or coming back to the court. An hour of cardio tennis is guaranteed to smash stress, lift your mood and leave you feeling motivated and confident. Reclaim your game with Cardio Tennis presented by Chemist Warehouse. Book now at tennis.com.au.
Family time hits different with Tennis Court Hire. From less eyes on screens to more time with your teens or smashing fitness routines. Whatever you're into, get out on court. Tennis.com.au.
The sound of summer. AO Radio.
We're on Rod Laver Arena for the culmination of what's been a lovely Sunday of tennis. Had some decent contests and some sort of more one-sided contests. Very strong performances from the likes of Lerna Tien and Alex de Minaur, which is why we're coming towards an early end to proceedings. But right now, Mirra Andreeva, who's coming back on court, will want to elongate things a little bit.
Yeah, and it was really interesting watching Svitolina spend this time as Andreeva is off on the bathroom break and reading her little notebooks and her little notes and a little book that she's grabbed with her. Svitolina was talking to her coach pretty much for almost 2 minutes, and Monfils, the husband, player, legend extraordinaire, just nodding and just agreeing and just letting the coach coach. So he knows he's there for support. He's not there to interject and take over. It was really nice to see that little exchange where Svitolina was just fully engaged in the coach's words and the information, and Monfils was just all ears listening and just said, come on, you can do it at the end. Fabulous to see. Great relationship there.
So the result of that additional break of serve for Svitolina at the end of that first set means she gets to serve first in this second set, although that's not the ideal start, as she delivers a double fault.
It'll be interesting to see how Andreeva, what has she learnt at that change of ends and taking that time away just to hold the momentum, regroup.
Serves Andreeva onto the forehand, then switches to the backhand, the 8th seed, onto the backhand of Svitolina, who hoiks this wide into the tram lines. Love 30.
I'd much prefer to see that reading of the novel or the notes at the change of ends instead of in the bathroom. I think that's just that's just a gimme sign that, hey, I'm just going to take extra time.
So a bit of pressure here, love 30 for Svitolina as she looks to get on the board at the start of the second. Just clips the take from Andreeva, the backhand, pretty good cross court from Svitolina, opposite corner. Andreeva skidding, plays a slice forehand to stay in this. Then a more regulation flatter one, backhand with some power from Svitolina, repelled by Andreeva. And again, Andreeva up the line. Hit that cleanly.
Love 40.
And it's triple break point.
Yeah, Svitolina's been here before though.
Yeah, true.
Opening service game of the match.
Absolutely.
We were ruining that decision for Svitolina to hold serve, to start serving.
Then won 5 points in a row.
Yeah.
Svitolina serves down the middle. A slice forehand from Andreeva. Drop shot from Svitolina is really good. Andreeva gets there though and is going to win the point with some great net coverage from the 8th seed, and she gives herself a roar. Well, whatever she did, Reid, she's won 4 straight points and breaks serve immediately on Rod Laver Arena as we start off this second set.
Oh, great response there from Andreeva.
Both of these two on red-hot winning streaks to start off the year. Andreeva winning in Adelaide in the lead into this, beating Mboko in the final, and of course Svitolina with the title in Auckland as well. So both of them have not tasted defeat in a WTA/major. So pretty
not a tasty meal either.
Good run. It's a good run. Of course, it does have to end tonight. There are no draws. Onto the backhand of Andreeva. Same from Svitolina. This time very deep from Andreeva on the forehand. She runs around, plays a cross court. Both players in the cross court backhands. Then up the line from Andreeva. Dug out on the forehand by Svitolina, forced to play a high ball, so she repels with her own high ball. Little drop shot from Andreeva. Now Andreeva has to come to the net and hits a beautiful winner down the line. Not the right call, I don't think, from Svitolina there.
No, she's a little bit lost at sea when she steps inside that service box. That's, for me, not a bad play there from Andreeva, just dragging Svitolina forward, She knows that's probably her least favourite area of the court, nowhere near as comfortable. Again, got past without even attempting to volley or to cover the right kind of shot.
15 love. Andreeva finds the net. Second serve, backhand from Svitolina was pretty good. Andreeva also pretty good with the backhand. Well defended by Svitolina. Now she can step inside the baseline and attack, but goes back to the baseline. That's going to slump into the net from Svitolina on the sliced forehand. 30 love. And Svitolina has not won a point yet in this second set.
Yeah, I much prefer that scenario for Andreeva to play 1 or 2 backhands, cross backhand to backhand, and then try to change direction. You don't have to hit a winner, but just make it. And the intent is that you're going to put Svitolina in an awkward position, and you may end up forcing a mistake. That's just what happened.
Serving here out wide, Andreeva, and Svitolina can't quite get that back in the court. 40 love. Well, this is a turnaround in fortunes at the start of this second set. Andreeva's stepped up her game a little bit and done some more thinking, as Mark's alluding to. Maybe play the percentages a little more as well. Serves here onto the backhand of Svitolina, who lands that pretty deep redirect. Backhand of the highest quality up the line from Mirra Andreeva, and she's won both these opening games to love in the second set.
And I love the response from Svitolina. She just looked at her like, there's no way you meant that half volley, up the line, backhand, clean, cold winner.
Bet she did.
Yep, she's just weathering the storm here, Svitolina. She's not rattled. But I like this from Andreeva, being able to just get rid of the last set baggage and start fresh.
Slice from Andreeva, lands pretty deep, big forehand from Svitolina, too big. She's pushed it long beyond the baseline, trying to hit the off forehand, looking for the baseline.
Is that 9 in a row?
It is. Love 15.
What number? Give me a number that it's going to end at.
11.
All right, I was going to go, this is the last one.
Oh, okay.
9.
Well, you could be right.
Oh, that was an ace! Oh, give me a brief.
Overruled.
Oh, overruled. Come on, don't they know we've got a bet going on here? Please don't double. Please don't double.
And she didn't. Backhand from Andreeva's pretty deep. Into the net goes Svitolina. Mark's chance has gone. I am now in pole position.
You're alive. Come on.
Love 30. I tell you, Svitolina's not in pole position at the moment. Love 30, having dropped the first 2 games of this second set to love. She has got to change the momentum of this contest right here. Having won the first set, that is. Slice forehand from Andreeva brings Svitolina in. Now she comes to the net. Low down, awkward backhand volley. Oh, no. Andreeva should have passed her, but she didn't. She got that forehand pass all wrong. And Svitolina does get on the board. What do I win for that?
Keys to the city.
Oh, wow.
Dinner.
Beer with Craig Tiley?
Beer with Craig Tiley.
Or is that just Stan
New
who
tournament
gets to do
director.
That?
Whoops.
Well, that might be up for grabs. Who knows? Who knows? I'm sure that'll all play out after the Australian Open, whatever that turns out to be. Anyway, right now, Svitolina is serving at 15-30 and goes to the Andreeva forehand, who hammers this with some real venom, Andreeva. But Svitolina did pretty well to gather herself and get back in this rally. Slices, tries to take something off this. Andreeva happy to flatten the ball out at the moment, moving Svitolina around really well at the moment. Svitolina's having to cover enormous amounts of ground. She's hanging in at the moment on the run, makes another forehand from right back in front of us. This time Andreeva goes back on the same angle. Oh, and there's a really nice, clever, high sliced forehand dropper, which earns Andreeva 2 break points.
15.
Svitolina did not move for that one. She was covering some miles left and right, just being dictated to. Great ball control from Andreeva. A couple of high forehands she crunched, and then changing the grip, going with a slice grip.
It was a wonderful shot. Serving here down the middle. Svitolina finds an ace to repel one of the break points. Couldn't have landed that better. That was plumb in the tee. Svitolina still with the advantage. It doesn't feel like it, does it, the way this second set started off, but she did win the first set by 6 games to 2. Love 2 in the second, and facing break point still here. Svitolina serves. Forehand from Andreeva's pretty deep, not bad. Ooh, that was near the sideline from Svitolina. Well repelled, goes back behind Andreeva. Surely that's long. It is. Andreeva trying to slice backhand, trying to float it with some height, but it didn't work for her on that occasion.
Oh, great resilience from Svitolina. She just plays each point at the same intensity, same focus. It's not too many peaks and troughs. She's really just absolutely dialed into this challenge.
Serving here, a fault with the first ball. Second serve for the Ukrainian. Serves onto the forehand of Andreeva. Then there's a backhand cross from her. Same from Svitolina centrally. And Andreeva this time with a forehand into the net. Low part of the net as well. And Svitolina has saved a couple of break points here and now has a game point herself.
And that last backhand that Svitolina hit had a little extra mumbo on it. It just caught Andreeva out. Unable to control that extra pace. Great backhand. She's got a first opportunity for game point. She's weathered the storm in this game.
Serving here out wide. This should be good enough. She's got the short ball to put away. Tries the drop shot. It was the wrong decision, and she's lucky to get away with that, Svitolina, because Andreeva was easily there, but hoiked a forehand cross-court wide into the tram lines. Lucky for Elina Svitolina there to close that game out. But she does, and Andreeva with the break of serve has 2-1 in the second.
I think Andreeva was slightly shocked that was the kind of choice of shot that Svitolina hit. She was almost chuckling to herself and forced her to hit it wide. I think I'd be telling Svitolina, any short ball, just don't worry about the touch and feel, just hammer it to a corner. Go with your strength.
She just looks incredibly uncomfortable as soon as she enters up into the service box area, doesn't she?
Yeah, well, I would imagine looking at her tennis life and her training life, the percentage of time of her training schedule spent from baseline to maybe a metre inside the court compared to being inside the service box and transitioning would be extraordinary numbers. It'd be, you know, very single digits of coming to the net and transitioning in. Does not feel comfortable at all. Being passed 4 or 5 times without even moving to the right area of the court.
A bit like one of those moments in soccer when you get you finally create a chance for a goal and it falls to your central defender and you're like, no!
He passes it back to the goalkeeper.
No, why don't I have to land with you?
Not the most dependable. If you're in penalty shootouts and it's...
Gail has donned the jacket in the coach's box. So it must be getting a little bit chillier outside. It's certainly the tennis is warming up on court right now as Andreeva goes cross court, repelled well by Svitolina with a backhand, and the change of shot, the high ball, the moon ball from Andreeva floats long beyond the baseline. Love 15.
It feels like a little while ago, that hot spell of Andreeva with all those points. Now it feels like Svitolina is back in this set. Free love would have been a lot different story.
That would have been a very big mountain.
Yeah.
Andreeva serves, finds the net. Serving 2-1. She must have this set or it's all over at the Australian Open this year. Serves again onto the backhand. Svitolina really aggressive. Good defensive work from Andreeva. She slices things just to slow things down a bit. And then that was a horror of a backhand from Andreeva from the back of the court. Just pulled that well wide.
And that's the kind of point I love to see Svitolina keep on doing on every second serve. It was 116 kilometres per hour. She was 2 metres inside the court. I'm going to look to hit a forehand and control the point from the first one. Very well done. Just creates pressure for the server.
Serving at love 30. Svitolina just takes a cut at this to keep herself in it. Then a high ball's going to kick up high. Andreeva doesn't back off though. She hammers that forehand cross court and got it right that time.
Very deep forehand, that one from Andreeva. Still a little bit of pressure, 15-30.
Serves here Andreeva to the backhand, but it's just out.
Watching Conchita Martinez in the chair there, the coach's box for Andreeva. Very calm.
Ooh. She may not be so calm after that double fault.
15,
And that's the
40.
accumulation of pressure with Svitolina on that second serve, return of serve. That double fault was caused by those 4 or 5 returns where she's really jumped inside the court and told Andreeva, hey, you've got to come up with a better second serve, otherwise I'm going to punish it.
So second for the match.
Yeah, great work from Svitolina.
Bad timing. 15-40 then to get back on serve for Svitolina. Well, she's going to get a look at a second serve because that missed down the middle.
Svitolina in on the baseline again.
Andreeva serves. Backhand from Svitolina goes right back at the 8th seed. And then Svitolina trying to go cross-court with the backhand found the net.
I'm not so sure that backhand return going straight back to Andreeva is the best option. She's very good when the ball comes quick at her and just repels it. Love to see that backhand. She was able to move her a little bit, just start to create some space. So maybe not the best option there. See what she can come up with here. Svitolina, 30-40, one more break point.
Andreeva serves down the middle. Svitolina does well to get this back over the net. And Andreeva, with a short ball put away inside the service box, has put a forehand long beyond the baseline and has given up the break of serve. And I don't think she or anyone in Rod Laver Arena can quite believe that she's done that.
That's right. She had the whole court, and as soon as she missed that ball, she just gave Conchita, her coach, the thumbs up and said, boy, how bad was that?
That is one of the worst misses that you could deliver on break point. That was a horror of a shot. So we're back on serve.
But again, that's the pressure that Svitolina, she's been chasing balls down, forcing Andreeva. She's got to hit that close to the line. Risk and reward.
Not sure she actually did, but
15 love.
I think she
I was trying to help.
I think she had a bit more margin for that.
Yeah, that's right. She could have hit that with a handle.
Yeah.
But now Andreeva's got to recover here. She can't let that linger on in the thought process.
At 15 love, Svitolina serves. Forehand from Andreeva does land in, and Svitolina this time just pushing a bit long. It's not the highest quality of matches that we're bringing you this evening, but it's tight, it's tense, and there's a place in the quarterfinals on the line.
There's no bonus points for looking good out there or playing well. It's still just got to get the win.
Yep, same reward.
Just deal with what you can deal with. Play as good as you can, the situation.
Serving here, Svitolina. Lands this deep in the box, running around onto the forehand. Andreeva, here's another forehand. Goes up high. Opportunity to put this away. Beautifully taken by Elina Svitolina on the backhand on this occasion. That short, high-bouncing ball from Andreeva. That didn't work for her. 30-15.
I did mention at the start of the match that I felt like Andreeva's got to attack the second serve of Svitolina. She hasn't been able to do that. That return, not enough on it. And then the first strike from Svitolina just puts Andreeva under pressure, and she controls the point.
30-15 into the net from Svitolina.
See where this return goes. Or its intention.
Serves this onto the forehand of Andreeva. Again, straight back at her, and a wild backhand that time from Svitolina. Flies a long way out. 30-all. Saw off Vekic, Sakari and Rusa to get to this stage. Mirra Andreeva. Not necessarily playing perfect tennis by any stretch, but comfortable enough to get to this stage of the tournament. Serving a fault there, Svitolina, and Buksa, Klimovikova and Schneider were her victims to reach the 4th round. Onto the backhand of Andreeva here, and there's another one from the 8th seed. Forehands come from Svitolina, then she switches to a backhand. Big forehand from Andreeva. She unloaded on that inside out, but found the tape. And Svitolina has a game point here for a 3-2 lead in the second set, having got the first set in the bag. At 40-30, Svitolina serves an ace down the middle. That's a very, very good time to serve an ace. For Svitolina, that's her 5th for the match.
So the body language has definitely changed from Andreeva from the first 2 games where she roared after she broke early. A lot of energy, and now she's kind of just moping her way around the court after that game. Very despondent. She has to respond here emotionally, get the mentality back on track.
She came out, rested the initiative, and looked to have changed her game plan a bit. She was taking some greater margins on her shot making. You commented on it, moving Svitolina into difficult parts of the court and creating the opportunities, but that seems to have gone away again.
Yeah, she just seems to be a little bit passive. It's Svitolina that's doing these little things that are just accumulating pressure.
The winner of this will play Coco Gauff in the last 8.
Oof.
And
it's really interesting now with the matchups, doesn't it?
Yeah,
It gets super exciting.
Well, that's the upshot of no real big upsets in the first week, as you get all the big guns in the second week coming head to head, and that's what's ahead of us all the way through to Saturday and Sunday.
Yeah, it's normally someone in the second after the first week, what we think is an outsider, so to speak. Still great, but not a seeded player that's kind of found their way into that second half of this tournament. But it's all seeds.
Pretty much. Andreeva here then serving at 2-3. This is, in the context of the match, a must-have, this service game for Mirra. Running inside the baseline to receive this quite aggressively from Svitolina. Has the mid-court ball,
done.
puts it away.
Love that play, Svitolina. Just taking that ball early and just bang, bang, 1-2, it's over. I kind of feel like I'm a bit biased with the returner. That was my little favoured thing when I was playing.
Who did you try and model yourself on for
definitely
a return?
Andre Agassi. Take the ball early. You've got to do that when you can't rally for quids, so you just got to try to end the point as quickly as possible. Anything over 3 hits was a elongated rally.
This time the high bouncing ball works for Andreeva as Svitolina took it on with the forehand, slapped it into the net, 15-all.
I just feel like there's some opportunities for the returners to really do some damage.
You didn't model yourself on a bad returner of serve.
No, yeah, well, aim high.
Serving here out wide to Svitolina's forehand into the opposite corner. Svitolina's there, but skidding and just maybe lost her footwork a little bit as that backhand went wide into the tram line.
I used to practice with my dad who had a nail gun, and from 5 feet away, he used to shoot the nail gun at me. I had to try to dodge it and catch it with my bare hands. It's great practice.
That would be. We wouldn't recommend that.
No, not allowed now. Once child services came in, and no, just joking. It would have been salami he was throwing at me.
40,
That's good serving from Andreeva. Only a backhand into the net from Svitolina.
It's more like my mum chased me around the house with a wooden spoon because I was being cheeky.
If you
improved my footwork.
If you modelled your tennis game on any of the big names that we've seen on the tennis courts over the last 20, 30, 40, 50 years or more, do drop us a line, aoradio@tennis.com.au. Entertain us and yourselves while we're bringing you this contest between Svitolina and Andreeva today. Clips to take from Andreeva. Svitolina had an opportunity to put that away, and she did well enough with the forehand cross.
40-30.
And I like that from Svitolina. It was a short ball. She was really aggressive, but she didn't charge in. She just waited back for the next shot and realising, maybe I don't want to get to the net. Let's just see what happens on that next one. For 1 game point, she's got to save Andreeva, or she's got the 40-30 on serve. She needs this one.
Desperately. Serves here out wide, and Svitolina did really well with the first return, and a dead net cord for Mirra Andreeva, and it drops on Svitolina's side, and my word, what a time to get that. What a time on the backhand. It just was a really heavy net cord, and it dribbled over.
And that was a rifle of a return there from Svitolina. Wasn't a bad second serve. First serve, sorry, 172 kilometres per hour.
It's probably the pace of Svitolina's return of serve that helped Andreeva's redirection.
She just finished the follow through and it went into her backhand half volley. Yeah. All right, 3 apiece.
Serving here down the middle, a fault from Svitolina. First set, Elina Svitolina 6-2. 3-all in the second. Very tense, very tight here on Rod Laver Arena. Svitolina right at the body of Andreeva. She gets out the way, plays a couple of forehands, then into the backhand. Svitolina, nice angle. It's dug out by Andreeva. Down the line, Svitolina. That's outstanding.
15.
Great backhand right on the line.
love to see some footage of where Andreeva's hitting a lot of these ground strokes. Long way behind the baseline, and Svitolina is getting closer and closer inside the court. That's where you're going to do the damage. Hard to be effective from 3 metres back behind the court.
Serving at 15 love in this 7th game of the second set. Elina Svitolina serves. Forehand from Andreeva's very deep, well picked up almost on the half volley by Svitolina. There's that high ball again, forcing Svitolina to take this ball well behind the baseline. Andreeva comes in and hammers away the backhand winner.
15 all.
Yeah, not deep enough there from Svitolina. Just almost forcing Andreeva to come forward to hit that one.
Tricky ball though,
yeah, it's
wasn't
not
it?
easy when it comes from such a great height. Seagulls would have been pecking at that one.
Would have done. Probably had a couple of nibbles on its way down.
That's right.
Svitolina serving then at 15 all.
It's not a hot chip.
Might look like one. Tasty. Just get a couple of hairs off the outside of it, wouldn't you? Serves takes a lot off this. Andreeva attacks it, lands it near the baseline. Couple of big forehands from her. Svitolina, no, it's out. Pulled it right in front of us here in the commentary box. Mishit from 15 love to 15-30, and she gives a little grimace. Knows that she's putting herself under a little bit of pressure here in this service game.
First little come on from Andreeva there. 15-30.
Elina right at the forehand, and an inexplicable, and I'll say inexcusable forehand just dumped into the net from Andreeva.
Maybe inexperienced as well, right there. Big moment, yeah. Big moment. 15-30 on the serve. Didn't have to move too much with that forehand return.
It was in the zone. 30 all. Serves out wide, just a cut slice. It's going to bring Svitolina in. It clips the tape as it goes back to Andreeva, and maybe that just again unsettled her. Her backhand was miles wide as she tried to go up the line, and her shoulders have slumped a bit here, Mirra Andreeva, as Svitolina moves out to 40-30 and a point for 4-3.
And you mentioned it previously when Svitolina came in, you've got to make a volley, and Andreeva just missed the court by 3 postcodes. You've got to make a hit.
On game point, Svitolina takes Andreeva out wide, but it's a fault.
Yeah, this is where I like to see Andreeva just take it up a little bit. That return away from the server gets Svitolina stretching.
Serves. Forehand from Andreeva's pretty good. Backhand also pretty good from Svitolina. Up the line, Mirra Andreeva slaps it into the Kia sign at the high part of the net, and Svitolina holds, moves ahead on serve. 4-3 in the second set, having taken the first. Here on AO Radio, live around the world.
And that was a very, very frustrated backhand attempt up the line. And the whole way to the chair, Andreeva's just shaking her head, going, I can't believe that happened. And even Coach Martinez.
She's shaking her head.
Yeah, as well. And as we see on the monitor, and she had 15-30, missed that forehand return to take it to 30 all. Didn't make Svitolina volley on the next point. No. And then that frustrated backhand. It's just, the pressure is just building. And I think that's a little bit of that inexperience. Svitolina just being rock solid, not doing anything fancy.
They have played once before in Indian Wells last year, so I suppose, what's that, 10 months ago? And Andreeva did win that in straight sets, but at the moment, the force is with Elina Svitolina. But we're on serve in the second set, so as much as there are mistakes from Andreeva, and she's putting herself certainly in a difficult position at 3-4, having been break of serve up, she's still right slap bang in this. Has to deliver here though at 3-4. Onto the forehand of Svitolina. Svitolina on the run, goes with the backhand straight back at the forehand of Andreeva. Then on the run, Andreeva does really well to stay in this, and Svitolina opens up for an inside-out forehand. Very, very high quality and right on the line to my eyes.
Flush. And Andreeva's having to do a lot of defending, a lot of counter-attacking. She is just hanging in.
Ooh, yes. Beautifully struck. Andreeva this time goes with the big serve and forehand, then switches on to a backhand. Svitolina's covering a lot of ground. She was taken outside the tram lines, thought she'd better go for the winner and missed it into the doubles alley.
That would have been a prime opportunity there for Svitolina to do the Andreeva and just roll the ball up high. She was on full run. Probably know Andreeva's not going to come much into the net in that situation. So playing the loopy ball, getting it high and deep to reset. Not a bad option. 15 apiece.
Serving right at the body of Svitolina. Did pretty well. Little drop shot from Andreeva. Svitolina should get there, but she's a bit slow off the mark. She saw that coming, but she just didn't move well to that, and the ball was very low by the time she attempted her low-down backhand. Slaps her thigh. Just didn't seem to get the wheels moving quick enough there.
That was her child at the table who was about to tip the meal off the table. She would have been there way faster. Us parents would have lunged from 5 metres away to save it.
Backhand from Svitolina is pretty good this time. So from Andreeva on the run, she makes a good forehand. Andreeva's now coming to the net, should get a nice volley to put away, does. Good stuff from Mirra Andreeva, 40-15.
Yeah, way to work it out, Andreeva. Couple net advancements. Conchita Martinez giving her the thumbs up on that one, saying keep coming forward.
The deep ball, and immediately saw her chance to get to the net. Nice touch at the net as well from the 8th seed. Andreeva this time after an hour and 11 minutes on Rod Laver Arena, serving at 40-15 and has points for 4 all. Serves. Svitolina really unloads on a forehand. Andreeva does pretty well just to stay in the point. Svitolina's come to the nets. And an attempting pass from Andreeva got that all wrong and pulled it well wide into the tram lines going cross-court.
And I like that from Svitolina. Big moment. 40-15, second serve. Like you said, she went after that return. That's great play. And again, controlling the point, not having to hit a volley, which is great news for her.
40-30. She gets this back on the forehand. Andreeva going too big with the forehand herself. It bounced up high, but she just didn't back off, and she swats away one of the balls disappointedly, and she comes right back in front of the commentary box window here, trying to reset, but this it's just a bit of a brain fade. She doesn't have to go that big on that forehand.
It's the pressure of Svitolina down the other end of the court. It's relentless.
At deuce now then, a couple of game points slip past. 3-4, Andreeva serving. Goes to the forehand of Svitolina, who inexplicably herself puts a forehand into that. Had to make Andreeva play there.
Yeah.
It was a good enough serve, but it was there. She was there. Had to make it. Sometimes you just got to make the opponent play. You could see that Andreeva was struggling maybe a little bit. You know, they're just getting super frustrated.
She should go to the forehand again here on this first serve.
Does. Goes to that forehand, stays on the forehand Andreeva, and then back into the opposite corner. The pair rallying from behind the baseline, then onto the backhand from Svitolina. Forced into a slice. Andreeva's trying to get to the net, does so, comes in. High ball goes up from Svitolina, lands in, forces Andreeva back to the baseline. A nothing shot from Andreeva, and Svitolina's come to the net. Forced into a really awkward half volley, and Andreeva passes her back cross court. What a point. What went on there?
She won the point, so maybe that was a high percentage option. Again, that high ball to Andreeva's forehand. Percentages say your forehand drive is unbelievable. Just go after it, but she's gone with a slice. Drop shot, she followed it in. Wow. It was a good, that was an unusual shot. Not sure what to call it.
Maybe it was just endeavouring to bring Svitolina in, and it got the desired result.
Yeah, so tactically very, very clever from Andreeva in that situation. Wow.
4 all.
It's all happening.
It is all happening on Rod Laver Arena. Mark Hilawati and Steve Pearce with you on AO Radio as Svitolina serves out wide. Sliced forehand response from Andreeva. Back behind her with precision goes Svitolina. Andreeva's covering it at the moment with 3 of her own forehands. Svitolina can't break through until she finally goes to the backhand flank and gets the mistake she wanted from Andreeva.
Very good use of the court there from Svitolina. Just dragging Andreeva from the forehand corner to the backhand corner and forcing the error. Now will Andreeva take it to the 12th seed? She's got a second serve. Be brave.
Not sure if she can hear you. Let's see if she can hear you. Svitolina serves. Andreeva goes after this. It was a bit of a miss hit. Still managed to land in. Onto the forehand goes Svitolina. Same from Andreeva. Low over the net. Cross court. The pair going. Change of direction from Andreeva. Heavy net cord. Brings Svitolina to the net. That's where she wants her. And Andreeva passes her again.
Yeah. It's not a bad play. Get her into the net off the net cord. I don't know if that's the percentage option. But I'll go back to that return. That first strike from Andreeva just was a bit of a nothing ball up the middle. And it wasn't until the last hit of the rally was the one that she was in control. It's the first attempted lunging volley from Svitolina at net. 15 apiece.
It's a sort of semi-lunge.
Yeah.
It's not a real lunge.
Can't dive once the ball's gone past you, can you, really?
I can.
Not as effective.
4-all, 15-all, second set, first set, Svitolina serves. Andreeva with the forehand response. Opposite corner from Svitolina. That was really good. Precise, and Andreeva's frustrated. She's missed another backhand into the net.
And that return straight to the Svitolina backhand. And because Andreeva was in the forehand corner, she just made a run the full width of the court, forced a mistake. Well done, Svitolina.
30-15. Serves Svitolina. Sliced response from Andreeva. Could get the put away here, Svitolina, and she does enough with it. Cross court with the forehand. Andreeva's super frustrated again. A miss hit from her as she comes across right in front of us here. She's looking very upset with her own game this evening. And why not? She has not played well tonight. 40-15. And 4-all. Points for 5-4 for Svitolina. Onto the backhand again. Andreeva misses with a backhand long, and Svitolina is doing what she needs to do here, and she is a game away from the quarterfinals again at the Australian Open. Andreeva to serve next to stay in the match at 4-5.
And I'm admiring the restraint from Andreeva. She's so desperately wanting to just crash that racket into the court.
Yep. 30 unforced errors for the match.
She's got the towel in her face. She's just screaming into it. She punched her leg. She threatened to crack the racket on the ground several times. Wow, this is a match kind of feel thus far from Andreeva who's would have, should have, could have, hasn't, unfortunately.
Would have, could have, should have, haven't. Yep, that's a good summary. There's the summary right there for you. And Svitolina looking by far the more comfortable. It is on serve, but the body language is telling quite a story right now, isn't it?
And Andreeva serving, knowing that Svitolina's been putting extraordinary amounts of pressure on her second serve. So will she try to come up with some big first serves in this important moment, or she'll take some heat off the first serve, get it kicked in, try to get the ball to bounce up high and keep Svitolina back?
Well,
she's got to take it to her. She can't be passive in this moment right here.
Looking full of energy to receive Elina Svitolina here, knowing a break of serve will deliver her the win. What do we see unfolding here? Mirra Andreeva serves a fault to start with down the far end. We've played an hour and 18 minutes on centre court tonight as Andreeva serves. Backhand is pretty good from Svitolina. Here comes another one, kicking up high, opposite corner. Sliced defensively from Andreeva. Svitolina thought about coming in. Now she backpedals to the baseline. Probably a good idea. Onto the forehand, back cross court to miss hit from Andreeva. Lands in, and the high put away is really good from Svitolina. She made it.
Love 50.
That felt like an eternity when the ball was about to drop and bounce. Svitolina could have hit a smash, could have hit a forehand, could have hit a smash, went with a forehand. And just notice Svitolina, she stayed well behind the baseline on that second serve, return of serve. So maybe she's feeling a bit of the tension. She's gone to her safety play instead of going it inside the court.
Serving is Andreeva onto the forehand. Svitolina does well with the first ball. Running, makes another forehand. Opposite corner, Svitolina goes with a backhand. Same from Andreeva, back cross court. So does Svitolina, very low over the net. Slice from Andreeva. Onto the forehand goes Svitolina. Good depth from Andreeva, and it earns her the point eventually as Svitolina slaps her thigh as she dumps the forehand into the net.
Yeah, and she's telling herself, loop it up. Play that one with height. No need to go low over the net. Good 3 metres behind the court.
15 all.
Wow, I'm feeling a little bit of tension here.
It is tense.
That's good.
It's a tense night.
What a match.
Andreeva serving out wide, just taking a slice at this to get back into the point, but the 1-2 punch was there for Andreeva. She took her opponent so far out of court. Svitolina couldn't make it back for the put away down the line from Andreeva. 30-15.
It's a smart serve there from Andreeva, exposing Svitolina's movement on that return of serve, only able to get a little Freddie hack and slice forehand back.
Seagulls squawk their appreciation as Andreeva serves. A fault.
That second serve, where's Svitolina? Back behind the baseline. Not pressurising that serve.
Serving here, Andreeva onto the Svitolina backhand. Miss hit again from Andreeva. It does land in. Svitolina doesn't put it away. Had an opportunity, the high ball. There's another high ball. This one was intended from Andreeva, forcing Svitolina back. Flattened out by Andreeva. Same from Svitolina. On the backhands, the pair go toe-to-toe behind the baseline. Here's another big backhand from Svitolina. Dug out by Andreeva. Heavy hitting from both women. On the run, Svitolina goes up the line. Again, Andreeva. She's like a brick wall. Can she get to this again? She can. Finds the forehand in. Heavy tape from Svitolina. Andreeva comes in. Drop shot. No, she fluffed it. And the racket has gone. And I can't say I blame her.
Yeah, couple big moments. She's just pulled out something that no one is expecting. And Svitolina just in front of our booth there, just sucking in the oxygen. She realises the importance of that moment.
That was a huge point in the context of this match.
A little bit of inexperience there, a little bit of frustration. It's almost kind of like a bit of a tap-out shot there, that drop shot. It's not her strength.
Would have been brilliant if she'd landed it.
Oh, yeah. Fortune favours the brave.
All right, 30-all. If you want a big point, it's right here.
Slide it out wide.
4-5. She does go out wide, but she's strayed into the doubles alley.
Okay, Svitolina, get inside the court. On this return, no, she's staying back.
Andreeva serves.
It's
a double. She did skip inside the baseline. Andreeva probably just saw that and pushing for a deep serve. She has double faulted to hand a match point to Elina Svitolina.
Thank you.
Andreeva then facing match point, serves. Oh, that's great serving. The backhand slams into the Kia sign from Elina Svitolina. That was terrific stuff under pressure from Mirra Andreeva.
One of her fastest serves of the night at one of the most important moments of this match. Juice.
Serving onto the Svitolina forehand, picked up on the half volley by Andreeva. Running around this, Svitolina unloads. Forehand slice from Andreeva. Opposite corner now from Svitolina. High ball, kicking up high. Does she get the mistake, Andreeva? No, she doesn't. She tries it again. Another high ball, forces Svitolina back. She goes with her own more ball. Now it's flattened out by Andreeva. Backhand, low, slice from Svitolina just to stay in it. And that's wild and out from Andreeva. And Svitolina raises her racket to everyone in Rod Laver Arena. She's earned herself a second match point.
Absolutely rock solid under immense pressure. Wow, great fighting qualities, Svitolina. Match point number 2.
Serving here, Andreeva, match point down. It's a fault.
Get inside the court again.
Mark Helawati telling Elina to get inside. It's match point. What does Andreeva do? She lands this in. Backhand from Svitolina's pretty good. Goes back behind her, Andreeva. Svitolina covers that off. Then Svitolina goes with the backhand cross. High ball from Andreeva. Svitolina from behind the baseline goes with her own high ball. Flattened out a bit by Andreeva and then cross court by Svitolina. Must have been near the baseline. Here's another big forehand from Svitolina and it's good! And she has seen off the challenge of Mirra Andreeva. The 8th seed is gone. And Elina Svitolina, with a huge forehand, has delivered a stunning win here in an hour and 23 minutes. 6-2, 6-4, and she's back in the quarterfinals again.
Wow, what a performance from Svitolina. She was in trouble from the get-go of this match with a couple of service games as Andreeva leaves the court.
And she's leaving to some applause and obviously some boos, but that's, I think, ostensibly from people who are not aware of that arrangement that exists. Arrangement probably makes it sound a bit polite, but everyone knows that the Ukrainian players do not shake hands with the Russian players, given what's going on at the moment over in that part of the world.
And
so
hats off to Svitolina.
Hats off to Svitolina. That was a wonderful performance from her, and she really took her chances there at the end. She was the aggressor. She was taking it on, took her opportunities, and delivered the win. And it's a big win for her.
Oh, massive. And also she really just nullified the serving power of Andreeva by taking the ball early, pressurising that second serve and getting her to move from the start. Andreeva still got some work to do with her game, within her game, if she wants to take it to the next level. But wow, you got to feel for Svitolina. That is a huge moment for her and a great performance.
And she's got all her baggage now as she heads over for a word with Elina in the middle of Rod Laver Arena, which she will do in just a minute.
Elina, congratulations. You are through to the quarterfinals of the Australian Open, but this is your 14th career Grand Slam quarterfinal, Rod Laver Arena evening session. How does that sound?
It's unbelievable. Very, very pleased with the performance tonight, and had to really put up the fight and fight until the very last point. It was extremely nerve-wracking match, and I was very happy the way I held myself.
You played Mirra last year. You lost to her. What did you do tonight to get through? It got really tight in the second set. What do you feel like you did well tonight?
I was expecting, a tough battle and lots of long rallies. I was trying just to move my feet extremely well today, and just trying to be really focused and finding, the small holes in her game and trying to use them.
You looked very composed tonight. Not that you're not, but really focused and composed. And you said your husband, Gael Monfils, you said that he told you to sometimes be more chill. That was his advice. It looked like you really took that advice tonight.
Well, I was not chill tonight, so he wouldn't be happy, but I think he might be happy with my win today. And I think, it was more sad for the matches when you lose. And of course, most of your career, you kind of lose matches every week, and you have to bounce back, and you have to go back on the court and try to put the work in, and to try again next week and to do better next week.
After the first round, you had a bit of time, and you played during the day. You said you've got some time, and what you were going to do was take Gail's credit card and go shopping. It looks like that turned out pretty well because you're winning. You might have to keep doing that. Yeah, how is Gail's credit card going to take that?
Well, I'm not sure we're going to see him for the next match. He might leave in this case, but I think, it's a nice moment that we spent on the court as well, so it's great to have him by my side.
Your daughter Sky, she's still young, she can't be courtside, but can you tell me a little bit about her? Will you still include her in this celebration tonight? What does that look like?
Well, definitely we're going to do a family FaceTime. Luckily it's a daytime in Europe, so we can do that and enjoy this moment together. And she knows that we are playing tennis and that we do that for work, but she thinks that every parent is playing tennis professionally. So, it's a nice thing to have that, but also I think she's going to be an athlete, I think, one day, and we'll see how she's going to do.
So are we going to see Coach Elina and Coach Gael in the box?
Maybe in different sport. I think it will be too much tennis for us.
Well, go and rest. You've still got plenty more tennis here. See you in the quarterfinals. Ladies and gentlemen, Elina Svitolina.
Elina Svitolina there celebrating her win with Jelena Dokic in the middle of centre court. I think we managed to get through that whole interview with almost no discussion about tennis at all.
That's right. Just dragging in the husband there all the time. But it was just interesting that hearing Svitolina talk about just attacking some areas of the game and little holes in the Andreeva game. So mentioning some few things without mentioning some few things. She definitely did a lot more, and I'm sure with her coach they'll be going through what actually happened to that match and what she did so well. And I kind of feel like a
couple of towels have been thrown up to some
just
willing
a spectator wanting to dive 7 seats over to grab the towel and break 5 ribs and a collarbone.
Very clever the way people now attach ropes to their caps.
Yeah,
They've possibly been doing this for 5 years. I can't remember now, but it's the first time I've really sort of concentrated, because lots of people throw the thing down, you have to throw it back up. But of course, if you dangle it over, it makes it much easier, doesn't it? So Svitolina, they'll obviously be plotting immediately on how to take on Coco Gauff in the next round.
And we're looking on the monitor there. Second serve points won, 25% for Mirra Andreeva, 54 from Svitolina. So 25% of second serve won. So that's where she needs to do a lot more.
I didn't think Andreeva was that good against Rusa. We did that match the other day, and I certainly didn't think she played well today. What was your impression?
For me, playing well, to me, it was a little bit more tactical. No doubt her serve, the way she hits the ball, great. Everyone hits the ball great, but these little moments and these little tactical moments in the matches and as a game style that are what's going to turn a match like this into a quarterfinal. Like, she had 40 love opening game, the next game on Svitolina's serve in the opening set. It was 15-30 second serve. To me, she was just a little bit too passive with the return of serves. I'm going to go try to track down some of the stats and the ball placements. A lot of the return of serves from Andreeva were just going straight back to the server. Yeah. And then Svitolina will move the ball and get Andreeva moving instead of the other way around. The serves coming to you, make the server move so you've got them on the go, and you're creating some open court and some real estate to hit your next shot into. So a little bit that tactically, and the few times that Svitolina came in, she did get past without moving, but there were some big moments where Andreeva missed the passing shot completely and didn't have to do it so big and just try to force Svitolina to volley in those moments. She did well at the, taking a break, coming back 2-love up, but that hot spell just dissipated quite quickly.
You mentioned it in the call. How much do you think experience played a part tonight?
To me, that's it. Like, Svitolina would just kept on going, this is what I'm going to do, and she just kept on going. Her play didn't have a massive high and it didn't have a big lull as well. It was very similar. She kept that game style up. It was only in for me, watching her return, Svitolina, it was the last game, 2 second serves, she stood behind the baseline to return. The one that she pressurised and got forward at 30-all created a double fault and created a match point. So, she did that very, very well tactically. She probably wasn't as clean from the ground, but she was able to dictate a lot, and Andreeva was in trouble having to counterattack and defend a lot more.
Yeah, it was really a terrific performance from Elina Svitolina this evening. Great stuff from her, and she moves through to a quarterfinal against Coco Gauff. None other than Coco, the third seed, and that will be a significant challenge for Elina, but I'm sure she'll be happy to take that on. Second successive year in the quarterfinals. Mark, we're back on air 10 o'clock local time tomorrow, which it's now about 10:45 in the evening, so best part of 11 and a quarter hours. Fiona and the team will be on with the morning show, and then the live tennis continues tomorrow. Some tremendous matches coming up, but that first of the women's matches does really grab the attention, doesn't it?
Oh yeah, Pegula and Keys. Yeah. That's probably the first real big test for Keys as a defending champion. Pegula will just move Keys around all day long. She's the higher seed, 6 versus 9 seed, so it'll be a really interesting test. And that's a 50-50 split on that one. Very hard to pick a winner there. Both players have probably could win the match in their own right and say what they can do so much better than their opponent. But that's going to be a challenging one.
Plenty of other great matches coming your way tomorrow. We've got Musetti and Fritz and Inglis and Swiatek. And if you're just catching up on the news, Jakub Menšik forced to withdraw from his contest against Novak Djokovic. So that match will not happen tomorrow, and Novak moves straight through into the quarters. That's a good boost for his
That's a
attempt.
great boost. And who will he play in the quarterfinals? Do we know? Oh, that'll be interesting because the weather's getting hot. Tomorrow's going to be warm.
It's
the day after it's going to be even warmer. So it's going to be interesting to see. He might have to play.
So Djokovic would. So he's already been given that. So where's he going to land? Is that the winner of Musetti and Fritz? So
Okay.
It's It's all ahead of us. All right, so we're going to wrap up here. Mark, it's been a great pleasure in the commentary box
Thank you very much. Had a ball with you
this evening. If you're just tuning in right at the end of the day, great wins tonight on centre court for Alex de Minaur, who saw off the challenge of Alexander Bublik in some style, and then in equal style, a very different sort of match, the end for Mirra Andreeva. Elina Svitolina really taking the match to her younger and higher ranked opponent and delivering a stunning win for her on centre court this evening. Thanks for your company all day today on AO Radio, wherever you're listening to us right around the world. We look forward to speaking to you again tomorrow.
Cheers.
Hi everyone and welcome to another episode of The Sit Down. I'm Matt Trellope, a writer and editor for AusOpen.com.
And I'm Viv Christie, managing editor of Australian Tennis Magazine.
And Viv, why are we sitting down this week with Nicola Pietrangeli?
Well, as a two-time French Open champ, he is synonymous with clay court tennis. And our colleague Ursin Kaderis caught up with the Italian great at the court named in his honour during the Rome Masters. He's one of the game's great players and personalities, and he touched on his start in pro tennis as a linesman, contrasting generations, this golden era of Italian tennis, and why champions are born and not built.
Brilliant.
Nicola, what's your favourite memory of coming to